This shit's fire.
All right, and we are back. Welcome back to another live Pendergast podcast, and this is absolutely
What
a
up?
Thanksgiving special. And back in the house, I got my man Jeff, and of course, the one and only my man Cool Jules. What is happening, brother?
Dan.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I wish I had the drum roll. Brrrah, boom. Dun, dun, dun,
Rising
dun.
up, back on the street.
So, gentlemen, it's good to see you two.
What's up? What's up?
Yo? What's up? What's
Not
up?
so much, man. It's, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so obviously, it's family time. I'm at my family event this year. We're doing everybody's bringing the dish, so I'm in charge for making the party mashed potatoes. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow when I get up. And I'm just gonna go over there and do what I do, and have fun and
Party
Heck
man.
yeah.
not eat too much as always, right? Try not to anyway. But I'm funny when it comes to Thanksgiving. I only eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I don't eat
What?
stuffing because I don't know. It's the texture for me. Just like cornbread.
Wow.
I don't eat cornbread because I feel like I'm chewing sandpaper or whatever, right? So
Oh, you just haven't had the right cornbread yet.
I agree
I've
with
heard-
Jeff.
Okay.
Whose food is you eating?
I don't know, Jeff Cornbread. I don't know. But anyway, I don't, right? That's the point. I don't. So I eat like the cranberries, of course, the mashed potatoes and green bean casserole is a must, dude, and the cranberries.
1,000%.
And the
bro.
gravy.
Well, Chris, next year when we camp out at one of these tracks, I'll make you some chili and some cornbread.
Dude, bro. Hopefully you're gonna make that chili hot and spicy too.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. You can't sleep on the cornbread.
It'll
bro.
burn going in and coming out.
I love it. Looking forward to it.
1,000%.
Yep, that's my
Crushing the
style.
outer rim.
Outer rim. I'm just like Star Wars at the outer rim, baby.
The outer rim, brother.
I love
Outer
it.
rim.
So what's your guys' plans tomorrow?
Go ahead, Jeff.
You go.
Oh, I go. Shoot. I mean,
Yeah, you're the OG on this.
You guys.
I'm in charge of the turkey, yo. So maybe like in a couple hours, I'll go ahead and marinate, do my thing, butter that that bird down, and bring it to my aunt's house and get that thing cooked. But other than that, small gathering. About to watch whatever football, basketball game is going to take place tomorrow because that's always tradition. And keep my eyes posted on the news because I've been hearing a lot of rumbles in the paddock, as so do you both. But y'all know more than me, so that's the plan for tomorrow.
So for tomorrow, we got everyone coming to my house, but I'm not. We're only in charge of cooking the sides and the pies. My mother-in-law is doing the turkey. My father-in-law is bringing the ham. Usually we've done like theme Thanksgivings. This is the first time we're doing like a traditional one. Last year I think it was brisket. Year before that was everything was based with bacon. So yeah, we get down different themes. So, and I only stayed in town this year because I'm teaching, and then also I'm finishing up my master's. So I had classes I had to do.
What do you
But
master?
next year we got something coming.
I love it.
Sweet.
I love it.
Well,
One year I went to real quick, Jules. I went to I'm gonna give my mom and dad the heads up, and I don't know if they'll eat it or not. But dude, I'm gonna make some Thanksgiving next year with some weed in it, right? And I'm not telling everybody to just show up, put it down. This is the special, cranberry juice sauce,
right.
whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
Use
Make everybody happy.
Make everybody happy.
little THC with some TLC, my brother.
That's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Everybody go to sleep.
Everybody goes
That's right.
in the couch. What do you major in, Jeff?
Oh, I'm
Or
going to Regent for an MFA in TV and film production.
Ooh. Dang, man, that sounds fun.
Yep,
that sounds fun.
It is.
It sounds like a lot of projects.
It is
A lot of projects. Is this a home program or you go to a?
No, this is so Regent is owned by CBN, which is Christian Broadcast Network.
Okay.
And I'm sure everybody's seen the show 700 Club. It started at CBN by Pat Robertson, and when he sold the Family Channel, I think it is, in the contract, it's ironclad. No matter who buys the network, even if they change the name, they always have to air the 700 Club.
Wow.
Yep.
Reminds me of like ridiculousness and MTV.
Oh, yep.
Grandfathered in for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude. You tune into MTV and it's just ridiculousness. Like
I know.
it's just
I'm so tired of watching that crap. So, Jules, where are you from? Where you live?
So I'm from New York, gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm from New York. It is decently cold up here. So, not today. It's around like 50 degrees. How about you? Where are you from?
I live in Virginia Beach.
Oh, so y'all are just about a few hours away from each
4
other.
hours, yeah, about
4 hours away.
Yeah. VIR opening back up next season. What's good?
Yeah, VR. It's on the calendar.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Thank God.
And then New Jersey, like always, at the end of September.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you guys think of the New Jersey race being the end of September? I feel like it's like the worst climate.
It is because it rains a lot, and then
Yeah.
you're dealing with potential at that time of the year, potential hurricanes coming up the coast.
Yep.
Two years in a row, they had tropical depressions come over top. So yeah, it's been fun.
And it's not fun. Like you I bring a lot of people who don't really watch the sport. I bring a lot of people over, and their first experience is a really, really damp one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you get those pockets of sun in between. I think free practice day was pretty sunny. Or
did you go last year?
I'm there every year.
So last year was weird because it was like not wet enough to run rain tires, but not dry enough to run slick. So nobody really went out at all. It was so weird.
It was crazy.
I was marshaling turn 1.
Okay.
Last year. Yeah. The year before that, when we had that little hurricane, that was probably one of the worst years I've ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, I was cold. I was cranky. And to be out there in the fields, man, with the other marshals, it was tough. It was tough.
Dude, Jeff, I'm standing there. Here comes Jules walking through the fucking paddock, dude. Just shoulders down, head down, just drink soaked. He said, "Can we please go back to the hotel?" It's literally like 5:15. I was like, "Yeah, bro, let's go." I'll come back. Yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
I was about to Uber it back. I'm like, dude, I'm
Bro,
defeated.
It was hilarious.
Hey, how about those fabulous hotels in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stay at the Days Inn, man. That's about as rough as I'm gonna go.
We were at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah,
Marriott?
Marriott. I think
Yeah.
it's over there with the Target and all that. Is a lot of the teams and shit stay there. CFE stayed at that motorcycle hotel right there on the right, or it'd be on the left going towards the track.
Yeah.
I know there's like a Motorsports Inn.
Yeah, Motorsports Inn. That's it. Yeah, they said it was
horrible?
absolutely horrible.
Oh, jeez, man.
For sure. Horrible.
I mean, Millville is not the sexiest town. I'll tell you that.
Nope.
I'll tell you
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right. So, but it's.
But Austin ain't either. If you go downtown Austin, it's crazy down there.
No.
Oh, dude. Austin's ridiculous. But it's so funny because I tell people all the time. Like, so I post on my Instagram a lot, and I tell people all the time when they're asked, like, yo, the track looks phenomenal. There's thousands of people. Like, it was MotoGP. Like, there's thousands of people. Austin must be jumping. I'm like, once you leave that track, there is absolutely nothing.
Nothing until you get downtown Austin.
But you go downtown 6th Street, it's on point.
Yes.
Bro, I can't even go to 6th Street anymore, man. It's packed. It gets packed, and
I love it.
A whole bunch of fights break out, and I'm like, dude, I'm too old for this shit.
I love it. I actually got a picture on the wall right here of when I went in 2017. I met my brother come in from Colorado for a business meeting, him and his wife, and I met him on 6th Street at Austin. He wrote the name of the bar up there, something. And out of the corner of my eye, this guy's got this fucking shit, and he's just drawing, right? And he keeps looking at us, and I look over, and I was like, "Damn, he's drawing a picture." And he comes over, he's like, "Hey man, I drew this to you guys." I was like, "Bro, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate it. It was fucking awesome." I was like, "Well, let me buy you a beer, right?" So we sat down and had a couple beers and shit together. But that was pretty cool, man. Austin's definitely a weird, unique place. I tell people exactly what you said. As soon as you leave the track, man, it's like, where the fuck is everybody at? Like, where's everything? You
So-
go a little further east or west, it's like a shithole. Let's just be honest,
Yep.
right? The
And-
further you go into downtown Austin, they really, honestly, don't get too much better, even on 6th Street. I mean,
Nah. And the track is so big, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never been, make sure you're close to a bathroom.
Yeah, it's
You're on the
giant.
opposite side of the track, and you got to take a shit. You got to walk your ass all the way back to the front
I think-
entrance for the bathroom.
I think that track's bigger than Road America. On not distance around the track, not that part. The land
walk-
area of trying to get around is, I think, bigger, in my opinion.
it's huge, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys went to a lot of the Moto America maps. Which one did you guys think was like a better venue? It was commuter friendly and like it was very well presented. Like what do you guys think would be the perfect track for that?
My top one I would say Barber.
Barber.
I mean, if you haven't gone, like the track is like immaculate.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's
And
a
then-
museum down there, right?
Yes.
Wow.
And then my second favorite is Atlanta because it's pretty easy to get around for the most part. And then I would say Road America. I haven't made it to the West Coast yet, so I can't talk on that.
Me personally, man, I look at it as a fan standpoint to somebody that shows up and actually wants to make it around the whole track, as far as either needing a pit bike or a little electric scooter to get around to see everywhere, or somewhere they could just show up and walk pretty much everywhere. So if you want to do that, it'd be VIR in Jersey for sure. Ohio, places you can just show up and walk all the way around. You don't need a vehicle to really get on. You're not going to be too wore out. Outside of that, man, it's Road Atlanta, man. You really need a scooter or some type of pit bike to get around, especially if you want to go see 8, 9, and 10, and then come all the way back up to 1, 2, and 3.
Don't
Same
forget 6 and 7 are way out there.
Yeah, right. That too, and then same thing for Road America. It's one of those tracks that if you show up as a fan, you got to sit at one or two spots or one spot every day of the weekend to really get the grasp of it. Otherwise, you're going to miss a lot of the racing because you'll be walking your ass for miles around the track, right? So
even if you have a scooter, it's still like
it's still far, right? So, but as far as just a fan showing up and walking, easy access, don't need none of that shit. Jersey and VIR for sure. Just right off.
You got a visitor.
Yes, it's my boys. It's Ross.
The main man with the plan, Rossi man.
What am I doing? What does it look like I'm doing?
Voice out.
You what?
Have one?
Yes, you can have one of my Twix.
Look, I gotta hide my candy, and I'm not a candy guy.
No,
you guys don't
asked
know.
me.
I
You
did
asked me,
earlier.
and
I did.
I got high mine too.
Bro.
I got me
Hey.
some potato chips.
When you leave, shut the door.
Yeah,
Give me
Got me
another
some
one of these
It's my unhealthy weakness.
Huh?
Man, it's funny how when Chris asked me to come back on today, I was like, oh, this is perfect because I was watching footage earlier on Miguel Oliveira's track test,
Yeah.
and I was like, this would be an interesting
Look up on your phone.
point of connection to kind of talk about and sort of review. I don't know if you guys definitely have seen the track testing, but
Can we cancel something that we don't watch and get?
I think Mo can make some noise, man.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about this later.
And I don't know if I'm 100% sold on Danilo making noise on that BMW. I don't know if I am, but I do think Mo88 is definitely going to put on a show.
I think what's going to be interesting is where's Tyler O'Hara going to be?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because now that Vance and Hines has got Indian.
Indian.
They're keeping Troy from Indian, and then Hayden, and then Rocco. So Baz and O'Hara.
O'Hara are out.
Yeah, where does that go? I've been following Loris Baz for like the last couple of days just to see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Maybe Enduro.
I know, Bubba.
I don't
I
know.
don't want to lose him, man. I like
No,
him in America.
I like him way better than Petrucci.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. You know, he's
Yeah.
like Petrucci was flipping the bird at her.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
classic, son. We
Yeah.
was talking about that in Jersey. I was talking to Max Flinders and all that stuff. I was like, yo, you remember when he like
Yep.
tore your handlebar apart or some shit like that? Like,
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. He was so easy. DP was so easy to get to pick on, man. Like just an angry Italian guy.
Yep.
But it's so good. I don't know, man. I don't know about the BMW move. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know. They seem to be the two quicker bikes out of all the factories out there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I would like to see. I would like to see them still fight for the constructors title and see who becomes championship runner up or championship leader next year. I still think Bulaga is disgusting. That man's definitely. He's still my pick for a top dog next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I think that Petrucci's move to BMW to him, I just seem like is a breath of fresh air. Whether he gets along with the bike, I don't know. I think, he's got a long history with Ducati, and to me, Ducati and BMW are similar in a lot of aspects. Meaning that, from my point of view as a fan, just watching it and hearing, the language and people talk, that it has a narrow window of where it likes to be in. Once you're in that narrow window, yeah, it's fucking amazing. Once you're out of that window, you're fighting it the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ducati's the same thing, but now with their new updates, the window's a little bit wider, so it's a little bit easier to ride, right? So it's less forgiving, I'll say. I think as far as Petrucci again on BMW, man, I think it could be a good move. Who knows? It might suit his style, right? Like Toprak was a real front end guy, so Petrucci's the same way. He's a real front end heavy braking type of guy too. So I think that he might gel with it pretty well, to be honest with you. Miguel Oliveira, I think that anytime, even in the past, people come from MotoGP to World Superbike, man, it's been really easy for them to pick it up and be super, super quick. So yeah, Eker. I mean, look at Jake Dixon, right? In the top 10 already, right? On HRC. First time ever World Superbike on Pirelli tires, well, not Pirelli, but World Superbike Pirelli tires, right?
Yeah.
Not Moto2 Pirelli tires. But still, the tracks are still a little bit different. They do race on similar tracks, but it's a lot easier for somebody to come from Moto2, MotoGP to World Superbike or Moto America or SBK. Not BSB, and get on fairly well, and it'd be easy versus the other way around. It's super tricky to do that, right? Because the racing is just, the game's different, the level's different, the bikes are fucking something you can't even translate when you sit on it, don't speak the same motion of language that you're used to on production racing. So I think that I think it's going to be an exciting year, to be honest with you, World Superbike, even though Toprak's gone, right? Like, hey, cream of the top rises, dominates, gets out, goes somewhere else, and it leaves it for other people to fill in, right?
Yeah.
So
Open-ended discussion.
It's gonna be good. I think Bulaga thinks that he's got it easy. I don't think next year, I mean, it's gonna be as easy as he thinks it's gonna be. I'll leave it at that. So everything else is a remainder to be seen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Why do you guys think? Because I can never formulate an answer for. I mean, I can, but it wouldn't sound too smooth of an answer. Why do you guys think they chose Iker Lecuona over Iannone?
Well, me personally, I'll go first on this, Jeff. I think
That's all
that
good.
He's like, Anone, who the fuck is that? Right?
Exactly.
I know. I said, I got this, dude. I got it. So Andrea Iannone, he yeah. So the Maniac, dude, supernatural talented racer, dude could have really been further than what he was. Had a ban from a substance he ate, so he got banned from MotoGP for like 4 years, which was super fucking harsh. Yeah, dude, it was super harsh, Jeff. Like, you gonna ban somebody for 4 fucking years? Like, you might as well just end a career. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
so,
that was crazy. 4 years.
Anyway, I think that man, Anone's one of those very special unique individual characters to where I feel like I don't want to say this, like he's real uptight and he believes that, he demands the best of the best from everybody and expects this and that because, I mean, dude, he was on factory Ducati, dude, in MotoGP. That's, and you go anywhere else, you're going to demand, you want the best of the best, and his Playboy lifestyle and all that has a role to play into it. Plus, when he was on the Ducati the past 2 seasons, man, he had to pay a lot of money out of his own pocket just to be there. So, and it's something he said he didn't want to do no more. He wants to be paid to go racing like they should, right? Which I agree with. I think everybody that shows up in races, I don't give a fuck if it's Talent Cup, Moto 3, Moto 2, Junior Cup, freaking Stock 1000, Twins Cup, what should get fucking paid to do it, period. End of talk, end of discussion, right? So,
there's probably like only 3 people in MA that are getting paid.
There's not a lot.
Yeah, Bobier.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Bobier, friggin' Gagne, I guess.
Yeah, Gagne. Probably Bobby. And then definitely Heron because he's not gonna pay to play. He's gonna want it to be paid to play.
Aaron.
Well, I'm sure Kyle Wyman's getting paid, right? I'm sure Troy Heffer's getting paid, and
your factory guys with Harley, they're definitely getting paid.
I think that I think some other people, like some of the top people in Super Sport, are getting paid. Maybe some of the Twins Cup guys. I mean, I'm not 110% sure, but I'm pretty sure some of the top guys are definitely getting paid. It's not, 75, 80 grand a year. I'm pretty sure it's probably 40 or 50 grand, but should you give me 40, 50 grand a year to race Moto America, bitch? Sign me up. Let's go. Right. Like,
they're making more than the contingency that they give out for, placing.
So, yeah, I mean, again, I think World Superbike's going to be next year is going to be really good. Everybody talked about Top Rack, which was good. It was exciting because he brought a different element to the game. It was unique of his era and time. He's a little bit older of a rider, but his unique racing style and how deep on the front end with the ass end coming up and just turning in the corner with the ass end still in the air and just, dude, like who the fuck else does that? Nobody, right? So it's that exciting factor. And on the flip side of that, his attitude and his energy and his aura is always super kind, super nice, always got a smile on his face. He's hard not to love or like, right? Then you got Iannone on the end of that spectrum where he's grumpy, looks pissed off all the time, don't talk a lot, right? Always got his shirt off, fucking playing with his nipples, with oil all over him, right? Like that Playboy style. So it's
just models left and right.
Yeah, man.
Always smelling like expensive cologne.
Not only that, World Superbike's gonna be really good. Obviously we'll talk about Moto America, man, because that's these are our people and our boys, right? Homeboys. So Moto America, man, obviously there's been a lot going on. We already touched on the baggers some, right? With Vance and Hines and Indian merging together, and Rocco, Hayden, and Troy, and then where everybody else is going. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything on that front at all. And
then that big move by Rahal picking up
Heron,
yeah,
right.
And then Chris, after we got off the phone, I was going through freaking Facebook. And an article from Moto America talking about picking up Heron, but also he gives a little teaser of what 2027 is going to be, and he's going to try to field 2 superbikes.
Yep, with Rahal. Yep, Rahal's going to go 2027 with 2 superbikes. So it'll be PJ and maybe Heron. We'll see, right? Or maybe Kayla. Or DeMario, right? So I'm excited for my boy DeMario to be teammates with Josh Heron next year. I'm actually gonna text DeMario tomorrow for Thanksgiving, of course, but just be like,
so with with that being said, now a lot of internet chatter, right? Everybody chit chats a lot, especially when it comes to Josh Herring. A lot
Right?
of chat. I think I already know the answer to this, but would you guys necessarily consider this a demotion?
Say that again.
I think I know the answer already based on what you guys just said, but would you consider this a demotion for Herring?
No, I don't think so. I think how they got rid of him from Warhorse was kind of crappy.
You were number 2 in the championships.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you won the championship before.
Yeah. But when the other guy's coming with lots of money because he's a lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I tell you this, I can guarantee that contract he's got with Warhorse is like ironclad that he's not going to lose out.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's getting fed.
Yeah.
He's getting fed.
Yeah. But with Herring, I don't know, man. I think it gives him a chance again to go run the Daytona 200, possibly win. So it'd be his 4th. I think it's to see how he acts and interacts with people on the team to see if they're going to keep him for 2027 for a Superbike ride. That's what I think is happening. They're kind of like, it's like a working job interview.
Yeah. A really long, grueling, frustrating job interview.
Yep. Because, out in public and not behind, in the trailer, you get to see how Josh acts one way or anybody acts one way. But behind the scenes, when the fans ain't there, how's he treating everybody?
Yeah.
Or how is he handling himself? Because if you can't get along with your team, then,
they're not going to work there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the interaction's always been positive between me and Herring. He seems to remember every time I come around the corner. I'm like, yo, what up, Josh? He was like, what up, Jules?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that I get that side of him. I guess everybody else sees like the freaking drive to survive over dramatic side of him. Like everywhere else, the Facebook comments are ruthless, man.
Oh, man, yes.
Ruthless.
Yes.
I'm just like, have y'all ever met the guy? Like, y'all never,
right?
He's a pretty cool guy.
His only competition, I think, is going to be Blake Davis.
Who is
Blake's my boy.
dirty.
Blake's my boy.
Dirty.
I think that
Freaking beast.
I think it's an opportunity for Herring. I look at it as Ducati anywhere in the world. I don't care as long as you race for Ducati, they're super cutthroat. They demand that, hey, you need to win, period. I don't give a shit. At the end of the year, you need to win the title. Obviously, that didn't happen, but for him to, Ducati still want him to stay within the family, obviously, because he's a 3-time Daytona 200 winner, could be potentially the 4th, won that Superbike title last year, has all the knowledge of the bike and the bike setup and all this shit, especially since he won the Super Sport title. I think it's a good move on both parties. I don't necessarily, like Jeff said, look at it as a demotion. And I think Jeff nailed it correctly on the head. I think it's a tryout. But then again, I could say that about everybody going to every team, period, in any sport. It's always a trial the first year. You got a 2-year contract. It's a trial. It's exactly what Jeff said. How do you treat people? How are you in social media? What do you like behind closed doors? The dinners with the team. When shit ain't going your way, you come in like Espargo and throw your helmet and blah 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 and fucking run out the back, right, and cuss, and nobody wants to see that shit.
I'll never forget.
I think him having a family has really kind of mellowed him down.
Yeah. I'd say so too. Having what, two babies, like 2 brand new babies.
Yeah. No, I think it's 3 now. You have Griffin, and I think his wife gave birth to twins. I think it was.
Oh snap! That's lit. Good for him. That's a proud father right there.
Yeah. Got all 3 right out of the way.
Right out of the way. Now let me get back to work. On the other side of that spectrum, the partnership between Flo Furlong and Warhorse. So when that news broke out, literally not even 24 hours after the last race of the season, all I heard in my head was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, for sure.
Cha-ching and another cha-ching.
Yep.
But I did not know I should have speculated,
Yeah,
but I did
boy.
not know that they're holding on to Ben.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. And then we get that notification that Bobby has joined the team, and then there's Titlers. So I don't know, gentlemen. Maybe you guys can fill me in what's going on that Titlers end. Are they still a thing? I've been hearing they're
I don't know.
Any speculations?
Your guess is good as mine.
I think that you know, I've been hearing rumors that, you know, that they've been wanting to get out for a while, but again, you know, if somebody comes along and has a big money backing, and you already got all the bikes in the team, right?
It wasn't like they did bad. I
No.
mean, every time they
Well,
fielded bikes,
dude, they won the
great.
title, right? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
They won the championship. And funny you should mention that, Chris, because I was making a poll, and this is a very, very, very long poll, that a little birdie named Michael Vandermark from World Superbike said A, he wanted to stay with BMW, and B, said he wanted to race in Moto America.
There was an article that I saw. I don't remember where I saw it on Facebook, but yeah, he did an interview and he did say that.
He did
Verbatim.
He did
I want to race in America.
that. I think that
Yep.
I think he was just testing today in World Superbike though.
Which doesn't really make sense to me, because like they're not gonna have three people, obviously not, but it's just like, where is he gonna go? Endurance? Does Rocket have an endurance team? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was speculating that, but based on the fact that he did test a Rocket BMW bike, I'm like, oh, maybe we're not gonna take him, and maybe we're not gonna have a Tyler's team.
But you know what though, it's still early, man. You know, it's when racing, one thing I've come to learn, being a fan of this sport for all these years, and the rumors you hear, whether it's, well, now it's the internet and blah blah blah, but still, listen, you never know what's going to happen until the announcement comes to play, right? And then sometimes the rumors and stuff you hear floating around, they're true, or they be somewhat true, right? So some of them are just fucking absolutely absurd and silly. I take it all with a grain of salt, and when I hear the announcement and see it, then it fucking happened. You know, it happened. So again, wow, dude, yeah, we want fucking Vandermark and Moto America. Let's be honest. Let's go, right? Like, who don't, right? That's
Come on.
But listen, think about how great it is for our series too, because back in the DMG days after the crash of 08, 09, bro, we were fucked. Right now, you know, they did a great job getting us to where we are, and we got people like, thank God for Loris Bass coming over here. He started, and then we had Pertucci come over here, right?
Hector Barbara.
Barbara, right? And now we got, you know, Vandermark. So we got people like that coming over here. The only downside that I see about racing in America is our country is so big, it costs so much money, more money to travel across the United States. So you got to bring more money to the game, right? Versus BSB, you could be wherever in the country, and the furthest track 6 hours away. Well, north, east, south, or west, right? It don't matter. Here it's for us, me, Jules, and Jeff, right? I'm 6 hours from Jules, 4 hours from Jeff, vice versa, either direction. But if we're gonna fucking drive to the Ridge, that's a 3-day drive. Straight up.
Yeah, we got to bust down 600 cash for a freaking flight, man.
Right,
like,
bro.
But hey, you know what?
OnlyFans.
You know what's interesting off that? You know, these big names coming over here and racing in Moto America. They think that I feel that they think they're going to come over and dominate Americans.
Nope.
And when they have to deal with these tracks that aren't pristine like they're used to, it's a really humbling experience. Because I remember some of the things, you know, Petrucci was not happy with Atlanta and all the other. Oh, especially Brainerd, dude. He hated Brainerd. I mean, I don't
people hate Brainerd.
Well, yes, but for someone that comes from, you know, MotoGP, and now you're racing in bumfuck Minnesota on a track that's like half of drag strip for NHRA. I mean, come on.
No, you're right. You know, and I think that I think it's not as a big shock for, on your point real quick, Jeff, as it it's a shock for people like that to come to Moto America and race some of our tracks where the walls are obviously closer than what they're used to in the
Oh yeah.
European circuits because they got proper super wide racetracks, right?
Huge
But
runoff.
it's even more difficult and so rare for somebody to go from World Superbike or Moto America or ASBK to BSB and race in their organization and win, right? Because we think some of our tracks are sketchy. Nah,
Dude,
bro.
Watch Canadian
Absolutely
Superbike and tell me you don't have 3 heart attacks.
Yeah. And same thing out there. It's absolutely mental, right? So, but as far as, and I hear it too, and you both of you two are absolutely right. We hear the talent. Hey, the American guys, they suck since Hayden. We ain't got nobody over there. Dude, we're just as fast as everybody else in the world, right? We just have our downfall. And I say this all the time is we don't have the facility and the infrastructure that the Spaniards and the Italians have. Plus, nor do Americans have the passion where it's a lifestyle like it is over there in Europe as far as motorcycle racing goes. Until those things change, we're not going to have the infrastructure as they do to get our kids out there in America. My biggest advice to everybody listening to this, you want to make it over there in Spain, you want to do the FIM, you want to do Moto 3, Moto 2, pack your shit up, sell every fucking thing, and move straight out there to Spain, set up shop, and get to racing.
Christian Daniels Jr. Like that's
straight up, dude.
That's a good example of that. Just packed up and dipped. Who actually? Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead. No, you go.
Oh no. I was gonna say. Speaking of KDJR, is he's getting his face on TV more often on the YouTube channels for the Red Bull Motorsports YouTube channel. His face is plastered everywhere. And
we need that.
And with the help of what's his name, Jeremiah Burton, who's also a really big YouTube personality.
Oh, I know. I like Jeremiah. He's on Big Time.
Big Time. Yeah.
Yeah, I love his his semi truck that he bought.
Yeah, like a semi truck. Such a nice guy. They have like a little series going on the Red Bull page, not even Big Time's page, the Red Bull page. So the fact that we're getting 2 American faces out there, I think the market is slowly warming up to Americans out there. We're kind of getting there. It's just we need this, the skill to match, obviously, but it's just so freaking difficult.
Saying what I was saying real quick, just saying that real quick. I gotta add this in. Is that, dude? We're not doing a bad job, especially we got SF Mini GP in South Florida, Jersey. Yeah. We got Apex out there in California with John Hopkins and all them. So we're slowly we are getting there, but we are not there yet. Our talent is we're just as talented as everybody in World Superbike, everybody in BSB, just in our own unique way, right? And our own unique tracks. If that makes sense.
Like you're saying with the over in Europe, it's a lifestyle. Well, here in America, we have a lifestyle too. It's motocross or supercross and NASCAR. Oh, and NHRA. And those are your 4 biggest motorsport things in America.
Yeah.
100%. Yep. And then they're competing against NBA, NFL, MLB. So, I mean, a lot of our sports are way cooler than over in Europe.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we freaking brought the UFC, man. Like, what? Come on.
Yeah.
Our sports are a lot cooler. I love it.
But that goes to show like the shift of focus of like American audience, like what we pay attention more is like, or we as a collective pay attention more to like ball sports.
Well, yeah, it's also because it's me and Jules, we've talked about this many times. Is it's not televised like basketball, baseball, hockey, or any of that shit, right? It's like,
but you know what? It used to be when when like Jamie Hackett and all them were racing.
Yeah, the
factories were full in. Tobacco, alcohol was full in.
Yeah.
It was totally different than I feel like after tobacco and all that pulled out, it just kind of
plummeted.
Yep.
Speaking of the alcohol thing, and I don't see why we can't have alcohol sponsors, especially the big push with non-alcoholic.
Did you see Heron Bison?
The kids. It's
Yeah.
Chris.
Aaron's bike is sponsored by a tequila brand.
I know. I seen it. That's
They're
what I'm
only
saying.
fans.
That's what we need. We need like we're in the day and age where, man, let's just keep it real, right? Man,
Everybody knows.
it's bad, dude. It's just our world is not nothing it used to be that we recognize if you was born in the 70s and 80s. And
Yep.
so why not, dude? They got it over there in all the other major sports. Why the fuck can't we have it in motorcycle racing? Are you kidding me right now, dude? You think, dude, Miguel Dumel went out there and was on a grid smoking cigarettes? No, Barry Sheen may have been back in the day, but them guys, they weren't doing that shit. They were getting paid by them, and look how many cigarettes they were selling around the world because Ducati had Marlboro on the side of their fucking bike.
Freaking Camel.
Galloway's, like, let's keep it real.
Is alcohol and tobacco in NASCAR and all that still, or is that
like Budweiser?
I don't know. I don't watch fucking NASCAR.
I'm not sure. I don't know if Budweiser and like Miller, Coors. I don't know, but I know like the Earnhardts were driving Budweiser cars. Yeah. So yeah,
Here, when in doubt, Google it out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I also think that we live in a day and age where information is literally out there for everybody. So these kids are gonna, you're gonna put the argument, it's for the kids, it's for the kids. I'm like, these kids are gonna find out one way or another. Like, kids find out, they'll always find out.
No alcohol, no cigarettes.
Yeah, but no alcohol, no cigarettes. But I'm saying like they'll see a logo, they'll find out just out of their peak interest. But yeah, it's there's definitely two sides of the argument. Speaking of sponsorships, I mean, Josh Herron had that one cat sponsorship for a weekend. I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Jack Miller-esque, right? Because Jack Miller's got the cat sponsorship over there, and then
here you go. When in doubt, you Google it out. So, tobacco sponsors were banned in the U.S. sports. The FDA regulations that went into effect in June 2010, and the Master Settlement Agreement in 1998 banned cigarette and smokeless tobacco brand sponsorships in all sporting events, including NASCAR and NHRA.
Okay. What about
I'm looking at it right now. Mm-hmm. Beer brands have long been and continue to be major sponsors of NASCAR. Hard liquor companies were permitted to start sponsoring in 2005, but they have to put a responsible messaging on the vehicles. There you go.
Like dude, don't drink and drive. Like,
you know what we need? We need a major weed sponsorship in motorcycle racing. That's what we need. A big chronic leaf on the side of the bike. Smoke weed responsibly.
Where's Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg to come up with a team?
Facts. Have them at the concert.
Yeah.
You know what? Is Keanu Reeves gonna have a team?
Yes,
he's got a team.
Super Hooligans.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, but he's doing
hooligans. Look, this is the thing with Keanu Reeves, and it was a very smart move. But if you really paid attention, okay, so he announced that he's going to be a part of Moto America. His bike technically was not homologated because he went Daytona for Super Hooligans and then right into first time they were up was Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
And they're one-off-built bikes. They're not like a true manufactured bike.
No.
What are they, like Nortons? I don't know.
No, it's an Arch. It's an Arch.
An Arch.
An Arch. Oh, Arch. Yeah. I don't know why I thought Norton.
Hey, y'all give me 1 second. Y'all two talk.
I'll give you 2 seconds.
So, but it was smart bringing Keanu Reeves in too, just the same way that, with Taylor Swift with the NFL, people are going to show up with that small glimpse of hope that they're going to run into him.
Yes, and I was telling my peers about that too. I was like showing them a picture of Chris. I was like, "Yo, my podcast partner took a picture of Keanu Reeves. What the hell?"
Yeah.
And then even my own girlfriend she was like, "What is Keanu Reeves doing there?" And I'm just like,
"Whatever he wants,
everything and anything."
Yeah.
And I think that right there is like a little taste of what can potentially be more to come.
Yeah.
I always thought that I don't know what I don't know what the budget and logistics is like with Moto America and what they got, but for a big race like Austin or a Laguna Seca, they should shell out the extra money just to invite somebody. Invite a freaking
Yeah.
TikToker with millions of views. Like,
Yeah.
like you don't have to go out there and fish Brad Pitt in. But I'm pretty sure he would love to come. I mean, he's been rumored to talk about like wanting to spearhead a MotoGP movie, which I highly doubt that's ever going to happen. It's kind of difficult to orchestrate a movie like that, but that's a conversation.
They'll have Brandon Posh ride the bike just like they did in that crappy movie on Netflix.
Oh Lord, what was that movie called? That was
see, that's how crappy it was. No one can remember the name of it.
wait, was it Netflix or was it Amazon Prime?
I think it was it was probably Amazon Prime.
Dude, I wanted to do an analysis on that. I saw it 3 times because I was writing down notes on things I was going to talk about. But the project never took off. But there were so many things. Hey, you want to make real money? You go to Super Sport. I cried. I cried when I saw that.
Well, it was funny too because some of the scenes were at the Atlanta Speedway. They had the start line at Atlanta, like over by what is it, turn 8? Like, yeah, it was like ridiculous.
He's a street. He's an ex-military illegal street bike rider.
Yeah,
who went to find his coach, who ends up being his dad or whatever. Like, what kind of whack shit is this? Just wait for Biker Boys 2, ladies and gentlemen.
It was One Fast Move.
One Fast Move.
Yeah, it came out in 2024 on Prime.
Whoever was in charge of that studio is one fast bankruptcy. I'll tell you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I always told Chris, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, for 1 or 2 races, the really, really big ones, that being Laguna or Austin, that Moto America should shell out a little bit of money to invite freaking somebody. Invite freaking Joe Rogan. There was a podcast, a very, 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 very brief scene from a couple years ago where Joe Rogan was talking about I think it was Matthew Skoltz was going down was it?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Raining? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that little snippet. I'm like, dude, we should freaking, I don't know, somebody get a hold of Joe Rogan's team and bring that out here.
That clip is every so often still pops up in my Instagram feed.
Yeah, dude.
And people have like not reposted it, but like somehow recorded it or downloaded it and then posted it as their own stuff. That's how many times I've seen this thing.
It's everywhere, man. And with the addition of the bagger class to MotoGP, I think that would bring more national viewership to us. But yeah,
you know what I hate about that, Jules, real quick, touching on that.
Oh yeah,
I heard that they are going to not show the Moto 3 and Moto 2 races no more. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Because they're gonna show the baggers, man.
Baggers, bro.
Dude, bro, like, okay, and show the baggers on top of the Moto 3. How do you listen? You take away Moto 2 and Moto 3, and it's not televised. How the fuck do we know who's coming along into the sport to make it in MotoGP from Moto 2?
Because they're gonna force you to buy the streaming service.
I buy that shit anywhere every year. I buy that shit, right? Like, I'm a sucker, right? It's, dude, yeah. But still, at the same time, I feel like, cool, the baggers are going worldwide. Do I think the baggers is a great thing? When it first came out and they said it, I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? But
yeah, low
key. Thought about it.
Circus.
The more I was like, what a genius idea. Like, look, finally, back in the day, in the early, 90s and 80s, sports bikes and people on cruisers, baggers, whatever you want to call them, we didn't get along with HD and Indian people. It was a stigmata. Now we're in the same beautiful circus. Now we're under the same tent. Now they see our side, we see their side. We come together all for the same love of these beautiful twos. And I say it all the time, right? So it's great for our sport, but don't take away Moto 3. Don't take away Moto 2 because they're going, Moto 2 is going to be, Moto 3 is going to be 600cc motors, I think, if I'm not correct. Yeah, 675 Triumph motors, right? Or whatever. Yeah. And now Moto 2 is going to be like 800cc's or whatever, some shit like that coming up. So it's changing. Don't take that away from us. Yeah, for those especially that can't afford the $180. You think about $180 a year for the streaming service really ain't that bad
bro.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
not
gym
bad.
membership for most people.
Right. That's
not what it breaks down to a month.
Right. I mean, if you do it monthly, it's like $30 a month. But if you pay it all at one time, it's like $170.
Yeah.
So
Liberty Media, man.
it's $15 a month if you pay the full 1 year out of $180. So that's a super big meal, whatever, at some fast food garbage place.
One meal straight up. You go to Popeyes, bitch. That's one meal.
Yep.
For a month full of racing.
With everything happening next season, I think this will be the first time I will actually no, not necessarily the first time, but the first time I'll pay out of my own pocket for a membership. Me and my cousin, we would split, and I think he's gonna want to do that again. But
that's awesome.
If he doesn't do it, this will be the first time because of Top Rack. You know what I'm saying? Because of his ascendance to MotoGP, I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw down that extra chicken. Why not? You know what I mean?
I think that it's great value, but you go and add in my World Superbike, which is $80, and my Moto America, which is $80. But still, let's say it's less than $400 out of pocket at one time that I pay for everything to watch it, and that includes the TT, which is $25. Blah blah blah. So you $400 divided by 12 is what? It's still $50, whatever a month, less than that. I mean, that ain't shit. That's 2 times going out to Wendy's or Bojangles or whatever, right?
Chris, would you be buying at Wendy's that cost you $50?
I don't go to Wendy's at all, is what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like Bojangles, you guys know I love the hot ones, the hot sauce. So when they collabed with Popeyes, I picked my son up one day for lunch, and I was like, "We're going to Popeyes, bitch, dude!" It was $27 for the hot ones, Rojo's chicken sandwich combo and whatever. It was $27.
That's ridiculous.
How cool would it be? How cool would it be if one of the Superbike riders gets invited to Hot Ones? How cool would that be,
dude?
You know how many millions of views?
I need to email him for sure.
Hey, what I need to figure out is
Lewis Hamilton on.
Facts.
What I need to figure out is how Kyle Wyman landed Panera Bread for a sponsor.
Dude, I always thought about the same thing. Easy. You asked.
That bike was fucking ugly.
I'm not a big fan of the green, right? But I thought it was ingenious. But dude, I actually got the hooded sweatshirt, the Panera hooded sweatshirt hanging up.
Yeah, cool. Don't ever wear it.
I don't. I don't. I love Kyle, man. I love he's super cool, man. I bought it obviously to support him, man, but I never wore it.
He's a marketing genius.
He is.
Yeah.
He's literally a marketing genius. Because when he landed that, I was like, how Sway?
I think it's ingenious. And if you could do that, why can't we land Netflix and other major Walmart?
So funny you mentioned that, because I think with the passing of the torch to Liberty Media, I think we might cook up to something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I mean, not for Moto America, but like for motorcycle racing in general.
I think Liberty Media is good. It's a good thing. Plus, it might be kind of a bad thing. I think they might be trying to implement. It's just me personally talking off the top of my dome. Maybe they, some of the F1 style, like, there's no way we'll be able to take MotoGP, like actual road racing on any circuit in the world, like the TT, right? But the way they handle stuff and the way they show interaction to each individual racer and their backstories and stuff is ingenious. And that's something we don't do, right? I think that if they get in, the whole thing about the FIM around the world is, World Superbike and Moto America is kind of the same structure, same bike, same rules. That's the whole point, right? To keep it even so we could swap and do this. So
yeah,
it remains to be seen the outcome. It could be a good thing, but there's always going to be negative things that come with it. Not everybody's going to always agree with everything that happens. So we'll always look at the positives on everything. So we'll see.
Right. It's a compound effect, man. I think it's just going to build, and we only hope for a positive outcome out of all this within the next few years. And I think we're heading there. I really think we're heading there. Yeah. We've been doing so well these last few years. Yes, I say we. I feel like we're all part of the Moto America collective.
Yes. I feel like I know a lot of people hate the baggers. However,
I love it.
If you go to like a track like Barber or the Ridge, and then you go to somewhere like Laguna or Wisconsin or Atlanta, the spectators are almost like double when the baggers are there.
Yup.
Look at Jersey.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
No,
Jersey.
90%
brothers.
baggers. That's
Dude,
it.
on Sunday afternoon, as you're trying to leave, it takes like 45 minutes to leave the track because so many freaking baggers are there. Yeah.
But anyway, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to dip. I'm gonna start prepping that turkey. My sister's about to start whipping up some eggs and stuff like that for her little leche flan. So
Don't worry, we're gonna do this some more.
Yeah.
I gotta be back. Crazy. You gotta let me know.
Dude,
All
I
right.
will for sure. Looking forward to it, Jules. It's always good to see you, my friend. Nothing but
All
love,
right,
baby.
gentlemen. Enjoy. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
too.
Yep, you too.
Jeff. Awesome meeting you, brother.
Nice meeting you,
talk
man.
more. I gotta follow you.
All right, it's
Absolutely.
Epic Beard. So on Instagram is Epic Beard Photography.
Epic Beer Photography. Okay.
That's my
Gotcha.
main one, and then I have a second one, Epic Beard Productions, and then my YouTube is Epic Beard Productions also.
You got it. Consider follow. I got you guys.
Cool, man.
All
I'll
right,
hit you
yo.
back too.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yep. I
Happy
holla-
Thanksgiving.
Peace. My man Jules, man. Yeah, so dude, Jeffy, I tell everybody if it wasn't for meeting Andy Rowe and he invited me on the podcast to be introduced to Jules, dude, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this, so yeah. But dude, let's just talk about Top Rack real quick. We've been talking about him. There's a lot of shit talk going on, how he's gonna do in MotoGP, this and that. My whole personal point and views is, he's one of those guys that come around every so often and he pushes the sport, right? He is older, on the older end of the spectrum. How well he's going to adapt. I mean, during his first test, he wasn't too far away from some of the guys as far as MotoGP first proper test.
Yeah.
I think if you give him some time, he's going to be there or abouts. I don't think he's going to come in and set the world on fire like some people believe he is, just because it's such a unique and different. We touched about this earlier, motorcycle to ride and try to the tango dance with that particular woman and get the best out of her, right? So I think, I don't know, man, it's hard to tell. I think that he'll be there or thereabouts. It's just my personal opinion. I don't think he's gonna step in and get pole position. So
yeah,
but I am a huge fan of Top Rack. I think that once he gets, I believe that right now is a really good time for him to come in, just because he'll get the year under the V4 under his belt, and then next year, which will be his first proper year, and then that transition year to the 850 cc's on the Pirelli tires, which he already has experience. Even though they're going to be a little bit different of a tire, why not? Right. So he has the talent. We'll see. Nothing but love for Top Rack, though. He's absolutely he's always been one of my favorites out there. So we'll see. What do you think about Top Rack?
Honestly, I don't know, man.
You don't watch a whole lot of World Superbike or anything, so
Not right now, no.
yeah.
I need to. Maybe you can share that subscription, and I'll share something for you too.
I got you. We'll do that. I got you 110%, bro. I got you.
But hey, back to that Pirelli tire thing. Why doesn't Moto America run the Pirelli?
Dude,
Why do they have that Dunlop as a spec?
I see both sides of the spectrum. I see it as having a spec tire rule is good because it keeps the level, the playing field even, right? So everybody's got A, B, C, D tires that they could choose on depending on what class they're in.
I'm just saying, why not use the Pirelli as a spec?
They bid every so year, every however many years it is, 4 years, 5 years, that they have a tire bidding war, right? And whoever bids the highest obviously gets the contract. So
well Dunlop better hold their breath, because after what happened at Jersey, man.
There was a lot of shit happening at Jersey too. It's something I wanted to talk about, right? But I believe that, and I asked Josh Hayes the same question, like I think, what do you think about Tire Wars coming back in? He had his own unique views and opinion, but he's a legend amongst legends of our sport. So he brings a unique perspective, and he did make a lot of sense, it's level playing field. Everybody's got the same tires, but do they really? I'm sure there's, probably certain people that get maybe certain tire. I don't know, right? This is racing. Racing's always been cheating since we started. I don't give a fuck if it's horse racing, RC racing,
If you
whatever it
ain't-
is.
If
If you ain't cheating, you ain't
racing.
winning, right? So,
Yeah.
man, I just feel like if we did have Tire Wars back in it, man, that, you know, not only would it provide more sponsorships for, you know, people that are struggling just to stay in the sport to show up every weekend, especially driving coast to coast.
Yeah.
It'll elevate the advancements of the tires like it did back in the day too, as well, at a faster pace. But again, you know, I don't make the rules. I think that it would be overall, and by me saying that too, it's a question that I ask my friends in the paddock, whether it's club racing or, you know, my friends in Moto America. Hey, how would you feel about having spec Tire Wars back in Moto America, right? Like, you know, because some people show up and they love the Pirellis, they love the Metzlers, they love the Bridgestones. So why not, right? This is also part of racing. Like, show up, and if you like Bridgestones, race Bridgestones.
Yeah.
You know, so I like Dunlops. I mean, they're great tires. I have no complaints about Dunlops at all. Matter of fact, I got a set of Dunlops in my RC51 right now, right? So, I mean, they're really great tires. I guess Jeff, me looking at it, man, I just always try to come up with ways to make it cheaper, like with the stock 1000 going into Superbike class, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Isn't
Let's
that
go ahead and
crazy?
talk about, dude. Again, to me, it's a double-edged sword. I see it as it's great because it grows the Superbike grid, which is the premier grid in Moto America and racing in general. Is the big dogs, the Superbikes, the 1000s.
But think about this: how many of the stock 1000 guys are actually going to move up because they have the money to do that?
This is the
I
thing.
can think of 5 racers, maybe 4.
There's not a whole lot, right? Because you need you need you know, the data engineer guy and blah blah blah. Like, there's a whole lot of added cost to it. I feel like it's a great move, and I know Moto America listens to this, and I think that you guys obviously do a fantastic job. I love each and every single one of you, but I feel like as far as that move goes, if we're going to do that, we want to have the Superbike series. Let's do kind of like what BSB does. Let's get rid of all the stock electronics off the bike, do a Moto spec ECU and wiring harness where it makes it even across all platforms, and it reduces the cost significantly, right? And no more one-off $40,000 swing arms or any of that. It's basically a stock bike, well, stock with some Superbike spec to it, but the electronics is a major cost of it, right?
Yeah.
Plus the travel, right? But obviously we're in America. We ain't worried about the travel because we factor that in anyway. But as far as the bikes making that next step, dude, look what Pecco Bagnaia, Mark Marquez, and all the MotoGP guys do on a freaking stock V4R Ducati. They are no joke. The super bikes with their electronics in stock form, right? So not everybody can afford a $250,000 one super bike and the $80,000 a year engineer and the data guy and blah blah and the photographer and the videographer and yada yada yada, right? So the cheaper we can make it, more accessible for people that want to make that step from super stock or super sport to super bike or whatever it is, right? We need to figure out how to lower that cost and still make it super bike spec, but take some of that one-off shit out of there until the economy comes back up and there's bigger sponsorships coming in and more factories come in and there's more money. And then we could open up the rules even more then, right? I feel like we just, how do I want to put this nicely? Our rules are a little bit too open, especially when it comes to super bike and the baggers and the super hooligans class. If we want more people to be feasible off their combined income of $100,000 or less with 2 people under the same roof to be able to afford to, you know, spend $10,000 a weekend racing around the country.
Yeah.
So that's just my views and my opinions. Is it good for the sport? Yes. but we also need to make it, feasible for Chris Durbin and Jesse Rowling and all these guys to come up from Stock 1000 and even Ashton Yates, my boy Ashton Yates, man, he's a freaking legend of the sport, man. But you even people like that, dude, everybody needs help. Doug Chandler needed help. Matt Mladen needed help. Mark Marquez needed help, right? Like all these legends of our sport right now got started somewhere and they needed help along the line.
Yeah.
So we as a sport around the world in general in our beautiful circus need that our factories back in the sport. We need that outside sponsorships back in the sport. We need the televised. We need it to be on commercials. We need it, at our local dealerships about Moto America events or blah, 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 track days or Into or Precision or whatever it is, right? It's in order for our sport to grow. We're doing a good job. I just feel like,
So with getting the sport to grow, right? Here's a good example where I hope Moto America is listening. So Daytona, right? I have family that live around Daytona within an hour. They know nothing about the Daytona 200 or Moto America coming into town or races or at all. When we go up to Wisconsin, there's no signage, no commercials, no nothing about the races that weekend. I think the marketing, if you can expand it more than just Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, would help really push it out too. Prime example, we were in Mid-Ohio. We were at the local 97, right? Damn near almost everybody in there didn't know that there was a race that weekend. That's why the track was there handing out free tickets. Yeah. They don't market very well.
I think that you're right. Again, with the whole local deal, prime example, Atlanta. I go to Atlanta. My buddy lives 20 minutes from the track. High school buddy of mine, Richard Ferguson. I love you. You're my homeboy, always been. So, dude, I go down there. I stay with him. I wake up. We go to the track, whatever. Dude, he's like, hey, there's this. We have this pizza joint out here called Blaze Pizza. It's kind of like Subway for pizza.
Yeah.
But dude, it's so good pizza. It's like these little 10-inch personal pizza, wood fire. Dude, they're really good. So he's like, hey, we got this. It's literally 10 minutes from the track. I want to take you for lunch there. So we go eat there. I got my pink Pendergast shirt on. I walk in there and the dude's looking at me. He says, how's the fishing today? And I turn around and I look and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, did you catch any fish? I'm like, me? He's like, yeah. I was like, nah, bro, we're down here at Road Atlanta for the Moto America race. He's like, what's Moto America? And I was like, see, Richard, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the issue. We got people that live 10 minutes from our racetrack where our local events going on that nobody even knows about because there's no billboards, there's no advertisement. Unless you're in a beautiful circus and somebody like me or Jeff or somebody that's in here that shows up to the race, that's our lifestyle. We live it, eat it, breathe it, shit it. That brings somebody else in. Even if we bring them in, it's not guaranteed they're going to come back, but at least they know about it. Otherwise, they'd never.
My brother's prime example, man. So last year Daytona 2024, I was like, look, man, just come up one day for the race. That's it. Just come hang out. He came up. He actually ended up working on Max after he had wrecked. Or wait, it's actually 2 years now. Anyways, 2023. Anyways, it was when Max crashed into turn one because he had no brakes. My brother came early because he was coming up anyways from Cocoa Beach and worked on him. Next thing I know, he's got a job in medical with Moto America, and he's hooked on it.
Love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
But again, you go to any local dealership, especially around here. Like I went down to our local dealership and was like, hey, I do a podcast, this and blah, blah, blah. Let me just come on a Saturday when you guys got sales coming on and I can talk about the local Azure event going on at VIR in 2 weeks or the local precision track days when the dads are bringing their kids in for a dirt bike. I can talk to them about the local, little kids dirt bike track we have down the street and the kart track at VIR and SFL Mini GP and Jury jersey, and like
Yeah.
it gives me an opportunity to introduce people to our sport and you know, show them stuff on the online, have my laptop and all this shit set up, computer, whatever, and show them these things and get them involved, right? It's there is no, you know, advertisement, and you know, I guess they spend their money in the best way they can and where they see fit, which is good. And at the end of the day, Jeff, I keep reminding myself that first and foremost, it's a business and they're there to make money.
Oh, yeah.
Making money, then none of this is relevant, right? So, you know, we're always gonna have these little criticisms of how we can improve. I just wish that, you know, if they would do a poll of just going around to the local fans and the families and talent cup in the lower classes and back of the field and ask them how they see our series need to improve and listen to them for our series to improve.
Yeah. I think the one big thing that people like about the Moto America paddock, though, compared to like NASCAR, or if they went to Indy or any of those, the fans have really easy access to see everything that's going on. And most times the riders are right there. They're not hiding in their trailers. They're right there. They're interacting with everybody. Not a lot of other sports do that, except for I think drag racing is the only one.
No, you're right, and that's BSB is the same way. BSB is an open paddock. World Superbike's pretty much kind of an open paddock too, from what I understand. And yeah, that is what's, because you know it's like my biggest complaint going to MotoGP in Texas is, and at Indy or Laguna Seca, whatever MotoGP events I've been to a lot, is I show up, I spend $3,000-$4,000 just to get to the fucking event, and I can't even meet none of the riders, and I get just this paddock walk, right, or track walk, garage walk, whatever you call it, fan walk, and unless I buy the $350 pit pass, all exclusive, on top of the XYZ amount I already spent just to get there, I have barely any chance of meeting anybody, or except for seeing them on the track. Versus Moto America, BSB, World Superbike, you could show up and you can meet Johnny Ray and Cam Bobier and, you know, Bobby Fong or whoever it is, you know, Isaac Woodworth. I'm gonna go out there and name a lot of my homeboys, right? DeMario and Matthew Chapin. And that's the beautiful thing about Moto America for sure is the open paddock, where, you know, bang for the buck, $80 for the weekend, $20 for the parking pass, or you're $100 for the weekend.
Yep.
And for you as an adult, and you show up and you can meet all your heroes, all the posters you have on the walls, you can interact, you can talk and get the pictures, get the photos, you know, you see them walking by, all of them, every single one of them in a beautiful paddock will stop and talk to you 110%. Right. And that's what really draws a lot of them to our paddock. You know, they watch them on TV or the app or whatever, and they're like, dude, I always wanted to meet. Or I have a buddy of mine that's been a big fan of Aaron Yates. He's like, dude, man, but I got an Aaron Yates poster on my wall right here at Kawasaki, right, way back in the day. And I'm good friends with Ashton. I was like, bro, come up to VIR, dude. I'll introduce you to Ashton. And if Aaron's there, I'll introduce you to Aaron. He's like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, bro, let's go, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a unique, our sport is such a unique sport, and it's such a beautiful thing. Man, I just wish it was, of course, we all do, bigger than NASCAR and football and blah, 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 to get there. But you're right, Jeff. We need better advertisement. We do. We need to, you know, me and Kenny Abbott's been talking about this. We're trying to come up with some way to do advertisement for some of the races and be able to show up like at Daytona 200, like the week before Supercross, and some of the riders start coming in. And we already talked to some of the restaurants out there, and they already gave us permission. We could show up, and, you know, we're friends with people in the paddock like Max. Be like, Max, look, dude, we'll be at, you know, Mulligan's or O'Reilly's or whatever it was called at like 7 p.m. Thursday night, man. Show up, dude. We're going to have an autograph session. You come out there and get on the mic. We'll have a little live chat session podcast, get you some beer and chicken wings or water and wings or whatever, and intermingle with the fans, right? Get more people into the Daytona 200 and buy those tickets and come in to support our beautiful circus, right?
That's right.
So we're thinking of all kinds of ways to help it grow and get more people involved that otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity. Even if, hey, Moto America, give me 20 free passes that I can go out and give out at the local dealership to people coming in the door. Be like, hey man, check it out, dude. Come to VIR. It's August, blah blah blah.
Where they really fall short is when they come to VIR and they're advertising, because 3.5 miles away, right here in the Hampton Roads area, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 military bases with all these young kids with sport bikes.
Facts.
And you're not even putting out any information, and none of them even know about it. Now, when we were there this year, when I was down in the turn right after the bridge, I can't think of the number right off the top of my head at the moment. There's a
7
husband and wife from Virginia Beach. That's the only people I saw the entire weekend that was from Virginia Beach.
So look, you live down there. I was born there. I need to make a trip down there. I need to get with some people in Moto America I know and get some passes for next year, man. Come down there and host a little event, maybe at Hooters if you guys got Hooters down there or something, or bike night. Find out where a bike night event is, man. I mean, you can show up with some cameras and I'll bring my setup. We'll do a live podcast and give out free Moto America tickets and bring people down, man. That's
shoot. If I could get Mad Monkey Motorsports to come up here and to the bike night, that'd be cool.
One thing I want to do next year is when I show up to the track, I'm gonna take one day where I'm gonna go around and do live interviews with all the fans that come in. That's all I'm gonna do is interview with all the fans that show, kind of like Mike on the mic, but out there walking around, not just in paddock, but out there just walking around. Be like, hey, can I interview you real quick? Blah blah blah, and just turn it on and do it.
Make sure you have a GoPro or something so you can film it too.
Oh well, I'll use I got my gimbal.
There you go,
360 gimbal on my phone. So I'll just do. And I need to buy me a one of those remote chargers I can put on the back of my phone. On the go, whatever. But other than that, yeah. And that way I could, give it to some of my friends at Moto America and be like, hey, I got the whole 2026 season of every race event I went to of interviewing one day of all the fans that showed up.
Yeah.
These are my videos. These are all the interviews. This is all the data. Here you go. Just trying to help out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
right.
Getting the fans' views, especially people that's, old school fans like me that's been there since, not day one, but a long time ago, and seeing all the changes and the growth into where we are now. It's good. It'd be valuable information to get their, info to and their thoughts and views and opinions too. Look, man, we have a comment on here. Check this out. Ryder Wares. He says, hey friend, are you looking for a new supplier or manufacturer of clothing? Are you?
Nope.
Sorry, not here. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Hey, so you're over in Roanoke, right?
Yep.
How's the traffic out there today?
Oh, dude, it was fucking horrible, bro. I called you when I said I'm gonna get off work. I'm gonna call you. I got off work and I had to go by the bank, and then I went by Kroger to fill up for gas, and I had to stop by the store real quick, come home, eat, take a shower. But dude, I pulled up to the store and I was like, what the dude, you feel like it's like Christmas mad rush. I'm like, dude, was it
right?
For the last minute? Didn't I have my shit like 4 days ago? Anyway, I'm standing in the line, man, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I literally have like 6 things in my car. It took me like 20 minutes just to get out the door.
Dude, I went at 6 o'clock this morning to Walmart right when they opened up, and that parking lot was full.
Bro, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not doing a whole lot of cooking tomorrow. I'm just doing my one little dish to bring over to the party. And but yeah, man, listen, dude, 2026 is a big year for Moto America. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of moves, a lot of still news to be to come out to see where everybody's going. I feel like we're going in the right direction, but I feel like it's too much of a single-minded direction, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Needs to be more it's just like, dude, Rise to Survive, and we talked about this, dude. It's such an incredible, kind of like the Drive to Survive from Netflix for the F1, but I feel like they put their focus on, X, Y, and Z riders instead of it's fine. It's an hour long. People will watch it, but you need to focus on everybody on the grid too as well. Yeah. You say I only got an hour, which is fine. You want to focus on X, Y, and Z rider, but save them for the last 20 minutes, and the rest of the 40 minutes, you could squeeze everybody in 2-3 minutes of each person. Hey, where you from? What brought you here? Where'd you start? What's your expectations coming this year? Cool. This is X, Y, and Z from Ohio racing in Talent Cup next. Boom, 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 boom. And that way, when people watch it, they know who's where, who's what, who's from where, and all the names. That way, when they show up, they'll be like, hey, I seen you on, again, to me, that's another missed opportunity within our sport. And I get it, an hour is really not a whole lot of time, because we've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes, almost on the dot, and it goes by super quick, but there is a way to do it. Or if you can't get everybody in on that 1 hour long episode, each episode, then break it up in segments. Do 30-minute series of each one of each class, 30 minutes of super bike, super stock, blah, 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 blah. That way you squeeze everybody in, right? So it's a continued series on all the classes in Moto America. Of course, the cost goes up, blah, 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 but you're talking to two people that love this shit. We can contribute in any way possible, right? Yeah, so
exactly.
We can definitely make this happen for sure. What's your thoughts going into 2026?
I think Skulls is going to be a pretty good contender.
Oh, you can never count Sculpey out, dude, for sure. I think PJ is going to do pretty good, to be honest with you. Yeah. I always felt like PJ was better.
He did really well on Tyler's bike.
I always thought he was better suited to a bigger bike. I really do.
Yeah.
I think often in our sport, I'm going to say this, I think one of the biggest mistakes I see, especially for the young kids coming up in the sport, I think people keep their kids in the class for too long.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't challenge them to go to the next level.
I think they wait too long to challenge their kids to make that next step. And honestly, the double-edged sword to that, Jeff, to be honest with you, is that leap in cost between the classes is much more significant, right?
I don't think they really did that with Rocco. I mean, I think he progressed pretty well. Even where last year he started riding a stock 1000 bike.
Agreed. But you don't know how much money and sponsorship they're bringing, and all that, backside politics that they go along with that. But right, Rocco's a talent. He's absolutely super fast. You put Rocco on anything, and he'll figure it out and be fast, right? And that's what people look for. So,
I mean, he learned that bagger really quick.
Baggers to me is like a big supermoto.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting for the day, man. Dude.
Huh?
Yeah, I said I'm still waiting for the day for somebody to pull up on the podium, open up the saddlebags, and start throwing out Miller Lights, Core Lights to the dude, to everybody out there, just boom, boom, cracking them open, shaking them up. Now that's a show right there.
What they need to do is stop before they go through the gate to the podium and put some stuff in there, because obviously they can't race with it in there, but just stage it and then pull in and do it. I think that would be great.
It would be absolutely proper mega, as I always say, right? Yes, it would be. It'd be a lot of fun, man. And that's one thing I see missing too in our sport, man, just to be honest with you, is the rivalry. I think I listen, I'm all about friendships and being nice. You can do that shit off camera. I think we need a show. That's what people look for. Why do you think UFC is so popular? Why do you think boxing and all this other shit, right? Basketball, because you got these rivalries where they talk shit and blah, 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 blah. Look, one of my favorites was Marco Simoncelli, Jorge Lorenzo, 2011. I forget the track they were at. Marco kept running into Lorenzo doing these passes on. They were good passes. They were just fucking rough. It's racing sometimes, rubbing his fucking, let's go, right? So, dude, during the live conference, Jorge says, man, you keep bumping into me. You bump into me one more time, we're gonna have a problem. And Marco Simoncelli said, okay, I will be arrested. Like, bitch, bring it. I will stomp a butthole in your ass. And I'm like this is racing, right?
We did see some of that.
We're getting there.
Interview with Skultz and Blake Davis and PJ.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's even if it's staged, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Let's stage it. Me and Jeff, we're beefing, blah, blah. The podcast, Simcoe, and the production's Jeff, blah, 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 right? People be like, hell yeah, let's go, right? And then we get together, we do a podcast. Oh, I love you, blah, 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 let's go, right? And they're like, what? This is all. But again, it brings the audience. It brings people. It draws people in. It draws new people in. They're like, holy shit, did you see that shit on TikTok? That smack shit talk, that blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this. I gotta tune in and see what's going on. So I feel like
people are interesting how they love drama. Even they'll say, I don't like drama. Look at what they're watching most times. Some kind of a reality TV show with drama in it, or any network like sitcom style TV show. It all has drama in it, because that's the story that draws us all in.
TikTok ain't nothing but drama.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Facebook ain't nothing but drama. Instagram ain't nothing but drama. It's look at me, look what I got. Ooh hoo hoo, blah blah blah.
Oh, the parent group chats for your kids' baseball or football team. That's drama in itself.
Bro.
I've never heard some of the most dumbest questions asked until I was a part of one of those groups, man. Some of the dumbest ones.
And you're
like the coach will put out practice ends at 5, and someone will be like, does practice still end at 5:30 today? No, read the above comment. It ends at 5.
Yeah, man. It never ceases to amaze me, especially these days and times. It really don't. Yeah, man. It don't. But dude, I'm looking forward to 2026, man. Especially, you know what I'm really looking forward to is the road trip that me and you can actually take.
Oh yeah.
Where we get to spend the week. Oh, well, when we say the weekend together, we spend the road trip out there together, and then we spend the night in the tent together. But during the day, it's you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. We intermingle here and there, and then after all the festivities are done, we come together and do our thing, right? So
that's right,
dude. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be. I like it when it's fast paced, but I also like it at the times to where I can just after all the shit goes on, we can actually sit down, smile, and relax, and have a good time. So,
and usually my brother brings a little smoke. They call it a smokeless fire pit, but yeah, usually he brings that, and then we'll sit around it and chill out.
That's right. Hang out with Max and talk shit. And
yep, that's right.
I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be a lot. And when we do go, are you bringing a trailer? I can bring my little electric scooter and shit like that with us.
Yeah, I'll have to probably bring my open air so we can have
or
all the things.
You could drive here and I can meet you. You can leave your car. We can take. I got a big ass Nissan Titan, king size, blah blah blah. We can hook your trailer up to my truck.
We can always do that too.
We can take the truck, bro, straight up for real. We can do that and be more comfortable. Got a lot more room and.
Sounds better than riding my CX-5.
We'll make it happen. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. But yeah, man, dude, 2026 is good. Dude, I can't wait. The season, and it's crazy because this year went by so fast, and it's like Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and then next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas, and then
I can't wait to see what the December surprise is going to be, because November we already had 2 surprises.
We did, and there's still a lot more to be determined in sport right now. So it's yeah, man, super exciting, man. What else is going on that I heard? Who's gonna be on M4 this year?
I don't know.
I know my boy Ty Scott's obviously going to be in Super Sport again. Escalante, I'm pretty sure is going to be on. But SDK's going to Orange Cats. The rumor I heard.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Huh.
The rumor I heard is SDK is going to Orange Cat. I don't know how true that is. So,
yeah. Hey, anybody out there listening, and if you know better than we do, please fill us in.
Yeah. Because we really don't know shit. We're just talking shit. So,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
we're armchair racers, man.
We're facts, right? Armchair racers for sure. Yeah, that's who it was. It hit me. I knew it hit me eventually. I should have wrote it down earlier. I didn't. I was like, yeah, I remember that. And then when we sat down, went live, I was like, yeah, I don't remember that, but I do now. SDK. So I was a huge fan of SDK. I met his dad several times, but
Yeah.
since doing the podcast, it's been different, right? But I met him at Jersey, and I seen him, and he come up to me. He's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." You know, he speaks English, but it's not very fluent, right? And he gives me a big old hug. I was like, "Bro, what is up, man?" Blah, blah, blah. I didn't realize he was such a huge fan of the podcast, bro. I was like, "This is awesome." Dude, he hooked me up, dude. I got SDK.
I saw that in the background.
Yeah, man. Huge fan, dude. So I paid for it. I was like, "Nah, bro, here you go, man. It's my way of giving back to all my friends in this sport, man." That's one thing about me, Jeff. That like my boy Shane Maggs. Big shout out to Shane. I love you, mate. We did a shirt exchange, but when he gave me his shirt, I seen he was selling the shirt. I think it was $40 at the time. I gave him $40. He tried not to take it. I was like, "Nah, mate, here, listen, don't even use it for your shirt then. Go buy you a steak dinner tonight. Go get you some hot wings or whatever it is you want to do with it." I don't know, but it's my way of supporting all my friends. Same thing with Flinders, right? I bought his shirt from him. It's a way of giving back and supporting everyone. I mean, $20 ain't a lot, but $20 is $20.
Yep.
So
that's right. Yeah, that's interesting about SDK. So then where's Posh going to go?
Posh was on the Jaritos bike for the last
couple rounds before the end of the season.
2 rounds, I think it was. Then he was at Azra.
Yeah.
Posh is a good friend of mine, man, and he's one of the natural talents in the paddock that I don't, it's again, it's political and this and that. I believe that, dude. Posh should have a paid ride for sure. He's one of those super fast, super laid back kids, man. I call him a kid. He's not a young man. That's just super amazing. Got all the talent in the world. Went to
I
BSB.
love watching his Supermoto stuff.
Bro,
that he does.
Won a Moto3 title in BSB. I mean, how many Americans could say they've done that? None. Jason Uribe went over there and raced, which is another legend of the sport. But again,
what's interesting about Jason is he's a firefighter all at the same time.
In California, yes, he is. He's what he does for he's again, it's the thing about a beautiful paddock. Everybody is a unique character, and they fans show up to the paddock, Jeff, and they look at Flinders and Uribe and Avery Dreyer and DeMario and like Matthew Chapin, and they're like, "Man, I wonder how much money these kids are making. They're gonna be making a grip. They're gonna be driving a Ferrari and a Lambo." And I'm like, "Bro,
right? No,
they're paying Lambo prices to be here. Like it's ridiculous.
They're working off-season jobs.
They work full-time jobs. A lot of these guys work for a living outside of motorcycle racing. Same thing with ASBK, BSB, Luke Edger. All of them, they have full-time jobs. Bricklayers.
Shoot, when I first got into doing this, and I was working with Black Hall Racing, Tony, he was working 40 hours a week, and then race week, he'd get it off at 5-6 o'clock at night, and then drive to wherever track, and be there Thursday morning for pull in,
and then leave Sunday night after you raced all day. Load up, drive 12, 15, 20 hours home to just be at work late on Monday, work all fucking day Monday, go to bed early as shit Monday when you get home, wake up groggy as shit, beat up, sore, just to do it all over again Thursday night.
Or like Jeff Perk, I mean, he has his dental practice. I mean, that's what pays his bills, man.
People that are in love with this sport give it their all, and it's a beautiful thing, right? A lot of stigma is motorcycle racing is dangerous, blah blah blah, but anything's fucking dangerous. Jumping out of airplanes, driving to work every day on Interstate 81 or whatever interstate you live on is
walking out to your mailbox could be dangerous.
It's dangerous, right? Like all that, man. Whatever. People that say that are scared to live, in my opinion.
That's right.
So quit hiding behind that closet and step out to the real world and breathe and live and feel it.
2026, I'm hoping to meet the weight requirement so I can do the 2-up. I've been trying for like the last 2 years to drop the weight to do it. I'm doing it.
Do it. You're gonna do it. Absolutely, you're gonna do it. It's funny because I seen Ulrich at Azra, of course, I see him every event, but I never met his dad formally. And I was standing there talking. It was me, SDK, Kenny, and John comes up, and I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, dude, John Ulrich is coming up. Fuck yeah. Like, I get to finally meet him in person, right?
Right.
And he comes up to me, bro, and he blows my mind. He says, I must say, in his low tone of voice, he's like, I love your podcast. I'm a huge fan. I was like, what? Shut up. Are you really?
There you go.
He's like, yeah, man. He's like, dude, you ask great questions, your energy, like all this. He's like, you know, I'm not going to say the interview I did, but X, Y, and Z was absolutely full of shit. And we just laughed and blah, 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 blah. Whatever, dude. It was funny as shit. But
so have you had him on yet on the podcast?
I haven't had Chris or John yet on my podcast.
All right, Chris and John, if you're paying attention and watching tonight,
you gotta
come on.
That's it. I told Chris, man, that I'd love to have him on. You know, he said he would think about it. Chris is huge fan of all the Ulriches. Huge fan of Chris. You know, growing up, obviously, all the articles in Road Racing World. Matter of fact, I met his sister. I'm friends with his sister Natalie, and it was 16 at COTA. We had pulled up in the parking lot, and she pulls up beside us, and we get out the car at the same time. I was like, what's up, Natalie? She's like, Simcoe, what's up? And Jason, my buddy, was like, you fucking know her? I was like, bro, that's fucking Natalie Ulrich, Chris Ulrich's sister, Road Racing World Magazine. You kidding me? And I was like, yeah, Simcoe, he's one of our longest subscribers to Road Racing World Magazine. And that's a fact. And I was like, you guys heard it here first. Like, let's go. Right. So yeah, I've been huge fan, be an absolute honor to be able to sit down with them on my podcast individually. One day, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. So I did ask him though at Azra. I said, Chris, I want that 2-up ride, 110%. I've been waiting. So hopefully in 2026, I'll be able to. I want to do it at. I don't know, man. You know, VR is my home track. I did, you know, a lot of track time there. I'd like to do VIR, but honestly, I think I might want to do Road Atlanta.
So when I was talking to Max this year, right?
Why don't Max
I was trying to do it this year.
Ride. Why don't Max give us a 2-up ride?
Right? He said that if I want to truly feel the speed of the bike, Road America or COTA on that back stretch.
I'd do Road America over COTA.
Yeah.
For real. I like COTA. COTA's an awesome track. It's fun to ride, you know, on my PlayStation and this and that. And I've been there a shit ton of times. I just feel like Road America is more of a natural racetrack.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, right? Something that's not computer animated, drawn up, and then you know, paved out, where Road America is just natural, hilly, curvy, long ass straights, hard turns, a lot of G's in the corners. I love Road America. It's one of my favorite.
And three drag strips built into the racetrack.
And it's huge, right?
Yeah.
You know, seat time. That's what they always say, right? You want that seat time. So yeah, I mean,
if I'm gonna spend that, I think it's still $250.
Yeah, 250, 350. I forget what
something like that. Yeah, I don't care about the price, but for people that are listening, it's like 250 or 350.
Yeah,
for seat time, I mean, that's the best track because you're going to be on it the longest. So yeah,
I can't wait, dude. Dude, it's going to be. Yeah, I always wanted to, you know, because you watch them on TV, and I've done track days and race and blah blah blah. But when you see them, they make it look so easy. But when you're out there and they come by you with Jesus, you're like, yeah, slow as fuck, dude. It's like this, experience. It's like skydiving, right? It's one of those once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, you pretty much do it at every track if you had the money to do it, but
right.
Yeah, dude. Dude, we need to talk Flinders into giving us a 2-up ride on the bagger, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do. Bro, ingenious idea. Moto America, 2-up rides on the baggers. Think about all the bagger people that come in Indian.
Oh, for real.
Bro, that would pay for the air fence donation. Rich, dude, listen to me.
Get a bagger on that tent.
Bro, Straight up, dude. They'd be like, bro, I want to, let's go, dude. You facts. Heard it here.
Yeah.
folks. They'd bring a
What's
chick-
Suzuki's cruiser? Don't they have a cruiser?
Fuck. Put me on the spot. Boulevard?
Huh?
Boulevard, maybe? Suzuki
think so.
Boulevard? Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Get
Yeah.
that bad boy out there.
I mean, I'm just saying it would, dude, that would think about the line and the donations they would get for,
oh, for real.
yeah, to
Yep.
ride on a proper bagger, man.
Also talking about M4 in 2026. What about Max Van?
Yeah, I haven't heard. Max is a good buddy of mine. Him and his dad Brian, or what a character, man. I love the
Dude, Brian's YouTube channel.
is fucking amazing.
I can't make
bro.
this shit up.
Dude, that's my
So
favorite
funny.
shit ever, dude. You can't make this shit up and blah blah blah. God damn it! And I'm like, let's go, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be part of that video one day, Brian. I know you listen to this. I want to be part
Yes.
of that video. You can't.
I
Make
tell him
this
every
shit
time I
up.
see him I ask him when's the new one coming out? When's the new one coming out? Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. You know, I think that to me, Max Van is another one of those, you know, young adults that dude has a lot of natural ability.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if the right opportunity, people hear me always say it's a puzzle piece because it is, meaning that every year's a brand new puzzle. So you got all these pieces
Yep.
on your table. You're trying to put them all into place in order to win that championship or get second or third or obviously win, right? So I feel like everything hadn't fallen into place for him. He's definitely got the talent and the speed and the attitude, and he's fucking hilarious. If you guys haven't,
Yeah.
dude, go and talk to Max, dude. He's absolutely an amazing human being. And is also Racer Gloves USA. Anybody looking for gloves? Racer Gloves USA.
He's super nice
that
and
was a plug.
personable. And
He
he'll
is.
remember your name.
Will
Same with his dad. Yeah, they're
Yes.
great people. And then Jimmy Fox. I love Jimmy Fox.
I don't
Actually,
think-
Jimmy Fox and his wife just had a baby yesterday, I think it was.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's the best adventure journey, as you guys hear me say all the time. You're ever gonna be on in your life is having a kid for sure. You guys see my boy busting here all the time about. He always wants something too, right? Never fails, but that's part of
And
it.
then stole your candy.
Is yeah, come here, still my Twix. So whatever, he can have it. I don't care. I'll buy another one, right? So yeah,
Great.
man, Max. I think Max had a great season, man. You know, given
Yeah.
the circumstances, just like you know, our boy Flinders, man. I think when I had Flinders on, I told him, you know, listen, your season this year, we can all be honest, was a fucking rough season, but this is part of racing, right? But that don't define who you are as a character or the talent you have. You are an absolute legend of the sport, and it all come together for you, right?
Yep.
But this is what's going to help you grow and make you even stronger next year, and just keep your head down and keep on the grind, and you got it, you know. So let's go. Max is yeah, super fast, man. I don't know. I haven't heard any news, man. I feel like honestly, I think he'll stick with M4, man, to be honest with you. Like to me, you know, I got a lot of friends obviously in the industry, and you know, people like certain teams and blah 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 because they're a part of it. But I feel like M4 as a whole, man, is one of the best teams.
They're one of the OGs, man. They've been around forever.
They might be, you know, super hardcore, but you got to be at this level, right? So
Yeah. I remember, what was it? It was like a 98 or 99, 1998, 99 race in Atlanta. And it was at that time what CBS Superbikes or whatever it was, or AMA Superbike, whatever it was. And yeah, M4 had a truck there. They had it on the grid, so they've been around forever. They're OGs for real.
They really are, right? They got a great program, and they got a lot of good people on the team. I mean, it's again, you know, it's like you hear me say 64-degree racing is undersuit, and then my girl Leaky Venom is undersuit too, right? It's our GRG graphics or REB graphics or dripping wet. It's everybody brings their unique energy, and you might fit well better with Venom or 64 or vice versa. The paddock's big enough and there's enough people in
Yep.
there. Just keep it within the industry, right? So it's riders on certain teams, right? It's like example I always use Valentino Rossi, one of the goats of the sport. He's dominant on Yamaha, goes to Ducati. It was a failed marriage from the get-go, even though everybody in the world wanted to make it work. But when he got in the team, they didn't listen to him, right? So now you're in a team that don't listen to you because Stoner went on the bike. The bike's perfect. You should be able to ride around the problems because you're fucking Valentino Rossi, but it just didn't work out because there wasn't that communication, there wasn't that trust, there wasn't that, blah, blah, blah behind closed doors. So he didn't lose.
It goes back to that job interview thing that we were talking about with Aaron.
Full circle job interview. Hey, we'll bring you in for a year. We'll see how you do, see how we work together, see if we battle out in the sheets at night, like how good we are, right? And then we'll go from there. So listen, motorcycle racing is a beautiful sport, but it's a super cutthroat sport at the same time. 100%, and there's times shit happens that me and Jeff don't, we question why, we don't understand, but there's always a rhyme and a reason behind it, whether we agree with it or not. But yeah, I think Max is going to stay to M4. I think that I don't know who the other superbike rider is going to be. If SDK really goes to
that's a good question.
Orange Cat, right? So and then who knows where Andrew Lee's going to go? Which again,
maybe they swap places.
Maybe they swap places, right? Maybe we'll see, man. Again, there's just still a lot up in the air, man. Like I don't know what my boy Matthew Chapin's doing next year. Like there's I don't know what my boy Isaac Woodworth's doing, or Levy Batty, or Carnes Performance, or man, there's still a lot to be sorted out. I'm getting ready to sit down with Kevin Rodeo. We're gonna talk about the 2025 season with Gus and BSB and all that good stuff. So you guys stay tuned on that one because that's gonna be a good one for sure. That I think is coming up Monday, which is exciting because if he does some BSB next year, I think I think right now, next year, within the next 2 years, I feel like we need somebody overseas. I don't care if it's BSB, World Superbike, somewhere. I think we need an American somewhere besides Moto2, if that makes sense. We do. We need another American over there. And who else? Perfect. And dude, let's put Rodeo and Posh on an assault over there in BSB, right? I mean. Yeah. So, dude, and then Gagne, man, I don't know. I ain't heard no news on Gagne.
Nope.
If he was to step away from Attack, who's going to fill that second role Attack? And then again, I ain't heard if Fomp's going to sign another contract with Attack. I mean, there's still so much shit going on. I don't know, man.
It's crazy.
It's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time.
Right.
To be honest with you, it's like, dude, this is a men's soap opera.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day. I think it was Sean Bice. I was like, dude, Moto America is like the Real Housewives, bro, of motorsports.
Facts. This is a fact. That's hilarious. But you're right. It really is, and then
it's like the WWE, but not make believe.
It's really not, man. And then you got who else? So we got Riston Grigg back on. And then dude, we didn't even mention P, right? Peterson.
Oh yeah, he posted something about a week ago or a week and a half ago that big news is coming. But then he hasn't posted anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Yep.
Baggers maybe for sure. Super Sport. I mean, dude, he was really good on the Ducati, man. It's some riders have, injuries that hold them back, which is unfortunate, but it's part of the game. But Campy's definitely got the talent to make it all the way.
Oh yeah. What about my boy Jake Lewis? What's he doing?
Jake, he was out there. Matter of fact, I seen a post of him. Was it today or yesterday? He was out there on the old CBR 600 out there getting some seat time in.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. I think, dude, Jake's always been one of my favorites. He's always a
Yeah.
hometown hero, Owensboro, Kentucky. I don't know if he lives in Owensboro or right outside of there, but bigger guy, dude, super fast, super talented. I don't know, man. I haven't really heard what Lewis was doing. I feel like if he was out there testing on the 600, that kind of gives it away that he'll be on maybe Super Sport again next year.
Yeah.
I know my boy Blake Davis is going to be back with Strackhouse, which is good.
Yeah, is Strack going to add another super sport, or is it just going to be a Superbike super sport?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard who the second rider is going to be if they do another one in Super Sport. Who else? Then we got Altus. We still got my man Jarrett and Torrin Collins. Who else we got? We don't know exactly what Attack's doing yet. We don't know anything about what's happening with Tyler's yet.
Nope.
We haven't really heard a whole lot of news coming out of Twins Cup at all.
No, there's
I haven't heard hardly anything out of Twins Cup, period.
Nope.
Super Sport, there's been very, very minimum out of Super Sport. Only at the end of the season at Jersey. Obviously, Davis is going to be back, and then they made the announcement, obviously Skull's
Kayla's going to be back.
Kayla's going to be back. PJ's going to Superbike.
Is BPR going to field another, 4 people or whatever it was in the Super Sport?
I haven't heard a whole lot about BPR. I know my boy.
You didn't ask Hayes? Jeez.
Dude, I did. Obviously, you got to go back and watch the podcast, man. What's the future for 2020?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been doing homework, man.
I know. It's Hayes said that it's still up in the air. Everything's in talk still. You know the deal, right? So
yeah.
I have a feeling that, of course, Hayes is going to be back. My boy Dion Campbell's going to be back. BPR is a great team. Easy, I think, is going to be back with TBX USA experience, which is great.
What about Hobbs, man?
Man, I had a long conversation with Teague, man. Teague's a good buddy of mine. Congratulations on Teague. I know you just opened up that used car dealership, so congratulations. You got your boy
Dominic. Now you can money launder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
dude.
Go Hobbs.
Like Top Pro, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, there's like 3 dealerships by my house that are used car lots. Not a one car moves, but yeah, they're always open. So I'm like, they're laundering money through that bad boy.
We're not saying you're laundering money, Teagues, but we're just giving you our time. It's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't want to give too much away. Man, Teague's a talent. I think that he had a rough year. Some of it kind of come together. Again, this is silent sport. A lot of people don't, fathom or realize that, you might not have a good result or the team wants you to be in a certain spot. And if not, you got to bring X amount more money. I mean, it's all political side of it. Teague belongs there. I think Teague's an absolutely weapon on 2 wheels. Again, it's one of those, puzzle pieces that's always got to fall into place. He has a talent and he's shown it out there on the track. It's just the opportunities that come along. I have a feeling he'll be back, man. I'd really love to see him back. He might take a year off. He might be back, man. I don't know. We'll see. Again, there's a lot going on in the sport.
See, that's why Tyler's can't go anywhere. There's still so much talent out there that they could scoop up.
I could see where a team would want to leave the sport, especially if they're not, why would you want to stay if you're in the negative all the time? You know what I mean? Like it just don't make sense as a financial standpoint. Not saying that Tyler's is at all, because you guys won the fucking championship. So, but again, we don't realize what the cost and everything that makes come together. I'd love to see him stay in there, and we still haven't heard what, JD Beach is doing.
Yeah.
Man, another guy, right? That I don't know, man. 2026 is gonna be an interesting year. I think that
Mhm.
as far as Moto America goes, Jeff, I think that we're kind of at within the next 3 years, I think we're at a big turning point in our sport in general across the board in the world. I
Yeah.
feel like the superbike class is not going to be the superbike class too much longer. I feel like the way super sports going and all these other, dude, we got a 900 Ducati racing in super sport. Back in the day, the factory guys like Aaron Yates and Miguel Dumel and Ben Bostrom, they raced a superbike and they had to race the 600 class at the same time, right? That's when 600s are 599 cc's, not
Yeah.
675s, not 900s and blah blah blah. But I get it. Times have changed. Things shift another way. Super sport is a cheaper class to get into than superbike. More people can do it. It's a bigger grid. I just feel like that's the future sport. I mean, look at BSB. They got a super stock class, which is 600 stock class, I think is the name of it. I have to go back and check. I should have wrote it down. Even Hayes said, I asked Hayes the same question. He says he feels like super sport's going to be the future too as well. So I don't know. We'll see, man.
I think that the baggers are going to be the premier class.
I could see
They
it.
bring in the most audience.
Absolutely, because there's more people buying the motorcycles. Like,
Mhm.
look at how many Indians and Harleys are sold versus GSX-Rs and R1s.
Exactly.
Or CBRs.
Yep.
Or R9s. Or R6s. I don't give a shit what it is.
I mean, dirt bikes are getting bought up more than them right now.
The wave of the future is, it feels like, it's all the smaller production models coming in. You know why? Because they're cheaper for us to afford.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just be honest. Who can afford a $30,000 super bike? Not me. I wouldn't even spend $30,000 on a bike.
Nope.
Unless I'm going racing. It's a good deal. Like, I'd buy that bike off Jeff May if he still got it, 110%. Smoking deal, whatever it was, 22 grand for that bike. Yeah, all day long. But
yeah,
it's that's one of my biggest gripes with the Talent Cup, man. Like, I love it. I see it. It's great. You got a bike that has all these adjustments that the 400s never had. It sets our kids up for the future of this and that and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, they're $30,000 for a bike, right? Like, let's be honest. That's, dude, most living dads and moms together. If the dads went out and said, I'm spending $30,000 on a BMW super bike, she'd be like, bullshit, motherfucker, right? Let's be honest. So, again, I feel like, part of that whole super stock, super bike, even the lower class, we got to find a way to make it more feasible. And again, the double-edged sword to that, to me, Jeff, is, correct me if I'm wrong, or you might see it in a different way, is, especially with all the electronics and technology that's coming in the bike. I mean, it's not cheap to develop and yada, 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 right? So how do you make it cost? Maybe put a cap on. I don't fucking know. I just know we need to do it cheaper.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, I mean, after you put an electronics package in, man, you're going to need the engineer to do all the mapping and everything.
Let me ask you this. We're talking about the engineer thing. It just hit me as something I meant to ask you earlier, even when Joe's on here, is AI. AI is a big thing coming in, the Matrix, Terminator, all this shit, right? So me personally, I think AI is going to take over certain jobs in the industry. Of course, it's going to start slowly, and then it's going to take over a lot. I feel like the future of, especially of engineering's in our sport, I think it's kind of dim, man. I think, especially with AI, right? Imagine just plugging your laptop up in, having an AI program downloaded.
Yep.
Download what the bike's doing and the track map and the lap time, the ideal lap time, and then it's going to do the electronics and all that shit, tell you what suspension to put in, and you unplug it, do it, and that eliminates the $100,000 job right there out the door, right? But think about the engineers also in, the electronics and the airlines and the car industries and all this shit, dude. It's going to eliminate all that shit, dude.
Yeah. That AI is a powerful tool, man, if you use it right.
I feel like with AI, it's like, it's still generated. Humans, we program it to create AI. I feel like, I don't want to say this, the real AI, whoever's going to create the real AI, I'll say that, needs it to be where the AI just tells the truth, and that's feed it proper information, because those are the ones that generate it, right? And
Yeah.
feed it that information for it to grow, and I don't want to say think on its own, but advance, which I guess is thinking on its own. I don't know, man. AI is such a tricky subject. It really is. I feel like we need it to a certain point. I think it's good. But I just don't know if we're ready for the level of advancement that's the wave that it's going to hit in our industry. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody really figures it out, and you can, example, you want to create a website, you can go to GPT.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I want to create a website. I have a podcast called Pin the Gas Podcast, or I have a production company, Epic Beer Production. I want to do this and this. This is my video, but I want to do this, and boom, it'll generate it, create a whole website that's usable, workable within 5 minutes. So why I got to pay somebody $10,000 to come up with a website when I ask the question to AI, and I got a working website in 10 minutes? Boom, perfect.
Exactly.
Done. There it is, right? So again, everything's got its plus and minuses. I feel like us as a species, we just need to figure out what and where we use it to suit best for us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially in the technology when it comes into racing, right? Because I think it's going to come to a point, I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, within the next 10 years, for real, that we're going to see a lot of changes, especially with that, in our sport, not just motorcycle racing, but car racing, Formula One racing, right? It's going to take a lot of the engineers' jobs away, because you can just plug it up and see what one guy's job, just to ask a simple question. But you ain't probably going to ask a question at that point. You just fucking plug it in. It's going to read the car's ECU and data, and it's going to spit out this shit, and you're going to hit download, enter, and unplug it, and there you go. Bye.
Yep, exactly.
But I also feel like it's going to come to a point. Let me ask you this, Jeff. What do we think about this? This is something that I haven't heard talked a lot about. Motorcycle racing, as we evolve and we get faster, we are outgrowing our racetracks.
Yes.
Look at MotoGP, right? There's some racetracks to talk about not going back to, just because the bikes are getting faster and fast. So how do we, instead of spending, what's cheaper? Spending billions of dollars creating new racetracks, or making the tires shittier, or dumbing down the electronics, right? Or figuring out a cheaper way to do it. I feel like it's going to come at that day and time. It's just like fighter pilots in the Navy. We don't need fighter pilots in there. We got fucking drones now for that. Or if we do, there's going to be robots that are flying those planes, because we can't take but so much G's, and they can take all the fucking G's. They don't care about G's, right? And it's all pre-programmed, and the future is exciting, but it's kind of scary at the same time.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh no.
What was really scary, if you go back to 97 or 98 and you watch the movie Enemy of the State. Yeah. And then look now, all the surveillance and everything that's going on.
I think that honestly, man, I think we right now, Jeff, is me and you are talking. I think it's a beautiful time to be alive, because we're seeing so much changes, the world changing, the sport that we love change, NASCAR, all football. Like, there's so much shit changing around us. Another example is Joey Dunlop, the most winningest TT ever.
Oh, yeah.
We never thought nobody would beat his record, but his nephew, Michael Dunlop, which is the GOAT, right, beats Uncle Joey's record. And we see lap times fall and all this shit, and the super sport being 900s, and it's like MotoGP going from 500s to 4 strokes, which were 1000s, to 800s, back to 1000s. Now we're going back to 850s, and Moto3 going to 600s. It's like we're in this beautiful transition with AI coming in. It's like I feel like with AI, we're at the same spot we was at the internet in the 90s, in the early 90s.
Oh, yep.
The dial up, the guy was walking across the screen.
It's like the wild,
That's exactly where we are with AI right now. Think about
it. It's like the wild west where they're trying to figure it all out.
Now look where we are. This right here has more technology than the fucking space shuttle that went to the moon, if you believe we went to the moon, but that's a whole other subject. I don't, but anyway, there we go. Which allegedly,
well, think about it. Think about how much of technology history you and I have experienced.
Witnessed. Exactly.
I mean, we went from TVs with like you had to walk up and turn the dial to change the station and rabbit ears for antennas to now we have TVs in our phone basically with streaming services.
I ain't gotta have a remote. I can download a remote on my fucking phone and use that bitch as a remote, right? Like, it's look what we're doing right now. We're live streaming together.
I know.
Even though we're in the same state, I don't care if you was in Japan. What we could do this, right? It's like think about. It's a beautiful time to be alive, but at the same time, it's kind of scary, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we have a bright future for sure, especially in racing. I just I don't know, man.
Talk about racing, dude. If you want to watch a documentary that where the Europeans were actually pulling for the Americans, is watch. It's on Amazon Prime. It's American Thunder, NASCAR to Le Mans.
Really?
Yeah. What a dude! It's an hour and a half long documentary. But it's so engaging the entire time, you don't even realize that you just sat there for an hour and a half.
American Thunder?
Yep.
It's on Amazon Prime?
Yep.
I got Amazon Prime. I'm going to look it up right now on my phone as we are talking. Dude, yeah, I love watching documentaries like that.
There's another one on HBO. It's called Class Action Park. And it's about a theme park in the 80s or mid 80s that was designed by basically 16-year-olds. That it was in Northwest Jersey, and like so many people like would get seriously injured or like die.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a trip.
Okay, I see. American NASCAR to Le Mans.
Yeah, dude.
Boom, play movie on my list right now. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna watch that shit tomorrow. As I'm cooking party potatoes.
Right. Let me find that one on HBO Max. This shit's so funny, bro.
Have you watched the F1 movie yet with Brad
Pitt?
Yeah,
actually, I liked it.
I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, the one on HBO Max is called Class Action Park, and it's the notorious 1980s New Jersey water park that long ago entered the realm of a myth. And basically, it's just crazy. You have to watch it.
Oh, well, I'm looking it up. Class Action Park.
So, have you started watching Christmas movies yet?
No.
Are you going to?
Me and my wife do, yeah. Normally our tradition, of course, you gotta watch the Christmas Story, of course, right? Like, let's be honest.
Yep, I just watched that today.
But no,
so if you're gonna sit down and watch a Christmas movie, what's your favorite go-to?
My favorite Christmas movie, man, it's a hard one because, fuck, dude, the National Lampoons, like it's fucking classic right there, right? The Grizzlies. Shit, dude, you got Home Alone. You got. I'm gonna go with National Lampoons.
That's a good one. Mine's Elf.
Elf is a good one. Elf,
dude, they couldn't have casted a better person than Will Ferrell.
No, they could. Elf is funny as shit, dude. It really is. To me, though, I don't know, man. National Lampoon Vacation, because you get to, it's an old school classic movie. It's funny as shit. After all these years, you watch it, like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
My family's just like that. Are you kidding me right now?
Yes. Yep. So do you think Friday After Next is a Christmas movie or no?
Absolutely, man. We got Santa Claus in there, right?
Yeah, it's Santa Claus.
You fucking right. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Hood Santa Claus, and you got a Christmas party. You know it.
10%, dude. Money Mike, bitch. Let's go. Love it. He said, "What you got the phone book for?" Yeah. It's one of my that's the shit, dude. Yeah, that's a good movie, man. We did watch a matter of fact, me and Nikki did watch a Christmas movie the other day. I take that back. It was on Netflix. Fuck, I can't remember the movie.
What, the Chronicles of Christmas Chronicles or whatever?
Another one of my favorite Christmas movies is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fucking classic, dude.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Shit, I don't know. I have to ask my wife. I'll text it to you, but we did watch a Christmas. Dude, I'm looking forward to the new Stranger Things coming out. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It came out tonight at 8:00.
Did it really?
Yep, sure did.
Okay, as soon as we get up, yep, watch season 5 now, bitch. As soon as we get off here, that's what I'm doing.
That's a tomorrow problem in the morning for us because
somebody's already been watching it. There's 21 minutes remaining. What the fuck?
I bet you I know who was watching it.
Rossi.
Somebody's gonna have to go on homegirl timeout.
No shit. Was it good?
Huh?
Was the first episode good?
We didn't watch it. That's a tomorrow problem.
Man, I hope it was worth what it's weight. All this weight.
Oh, you know it. If not, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna be, bro. It was like, dude, I got into Game of Thrones. My buddy was like, dude, you gotta watch Game of Thrones. I was like, man, I ain't into that shit, blah, blah, blah. I started watching. I was like, holy fucking shit, this is awesome. Come down. We waited till the last couple episodes, seasons, whatever it was. I was like, we waited all this time for this bullshit. You gotta be kidding me right now. I was pissed, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I felt like that with
the story.
Dude, really? I felt like that with the show, the Ozark.
Dude, that's another one. My buddy's like, dude, the Ozark. I was like, okay, so I'm sitting at home. My wife was somewhere. Rossi was staying at my mom's house. I was like, I ain't gonna see my wife till in the morning. I'm gonna fucking watch the Ozark, fucking smoke a joint, turn it on. Within the first 15 minutes, I was like, holy shit, this fucking show is gonna be awesome.
And in the ending, he was like, what the hell?
I'm like, really? It's like, to me, Breaking Bad was one of the most.
Oh, I loved Breaking Bad.
To me, Breaking Bad was one of my favorite TV series because you could see that happening in real life with a character like that. You know, being a chemist, got cancer. Hey, I can make the best fucking crack or whatever it is in meth in the world and become rich and pay all my bills, and my family ain't got to suffer or with you know, finances. I could see that. And the way it ended, it was good.
Yeah.
But
I liked Better Call Saul too, because I like to know how he became about
the crooked lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better Call Saul was a good one. I watched that. There's been a lot of good, you know, TV series. What have I watched lately? I've watched Fallout on HBO.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Fallout was really good.
Twisted Metal is really good too.
I haven't watched the Twisted Metal. Another buddy of mine told me about it. I hadn't had an opportunity to sit down and watch it yet.
Dude, the Reacher series is good too.
I heard the Reacher was good. I watched Halo.
Oh, yep. Dude,
good.
Landman and Tulsa King.
I heard Tulsa King. Didn't hear about Landman.
Landman's got Billy Bob Thornton in it. And Demi Moore.
Billy Bob's that dude, man.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Foundation is pretty good on
What's
Apple
that?
TV. Foundation is good. It's like a sci-fi. I love Star Wars, so I like all that sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
Foundation's good. Oh, dude, if you like soccer, the real football in America. Sorry, America.
Oh yeah.
The real football is soccer.
Ted
There's this-
Lasso.
bro, fucking classic, dude. Ted Lasso
Is
was
it?
shit, dude. I love Ted Lasso.
Dude, have you ever watched on Hulu Leonard Kenny?
I heard it was good though. I don't have it.
Oh man, you gotta watch it.
I don't. Another one is
That's when though you gotta smoke when you watch.
I
that
will.
one.
Like East Down.
Oh, he's been down with Danny McBride.
Oh,
Yeah,
my shit. Classic of all classic
Yes.
TV shows is right there.
dude, I did a paper on Danny McBride and
Did
the
you
Righteous
really?
Gemstone. Yeah, in my history of television class, and the reason why Righteous Gemstones was great was because Danny McBride was raised in an evangelical household, so he grabbed from all his crazy corrupt inspirations. Dude,
I love
such
that
a great show.
Yeah, dude. It was funny because my buddy kept telling me about it. I'm like, dude, I'll watch that shit. I don't fucking like baseball. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, you need to watch it. So finally,
Yeah,
I sat down and watched it. I was like, dude, it's like Trailer Park Boys.
yeah.
My best friend
yeah.
Jason's like, dude, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I'm not watching that shit. It looks fucking retarded. So I go over there, Oklahoma. So usually when I go to MotoGP race, I go to Oklahoma, stay with my best friend Jason. We drive down to Texas because it's like 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I show up one day. I show up for the MotoGP event that week that we spent together. He's like, okay, we're gonna watch it, dude. Literally, I was like, holy shit. I watched every episode. It was really good, dude. He said dry humor, but it's funny as fuck, dude.
Yes. And then
It
he's
really
really good at his other show, Vice Principals. That was good too.
Dude, Vice Principals, fuck. Speaking of that, that's dry humor. Like, I wore the beanie hat the other day, and a Mexican I work with looked at me and said, "Who the fuck is Pedro?" And I lost my shit. Dude. I was like, "Bro, you never seen fucking Napoleon Dynamite?" He's like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Vote for Pedro, bitch. Watch the shit, dude." Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Vote for Pedro.
Dude, did you know that Napoleon Dynamite was a short film that was seen at the Cannes Film Festival, and then when they made it, it only had like a $50,000 budget. That was it, and they grossed like over 200 million or some craziness.
It was, dude, it's such an epic show, dude.
Yeah.
Homeboy was like, I remember when I could throw a pigskin a quarter mile away. He's sitting at the restaurant with his arms up underneath his biceps,
Yeah.
look bigger and shit, dude. I was like, dude, hilarious. That shows. He's like, sweet bike, man. Can I jump it, dude? I fucking love that show. I love it.
Ruined my life. God.
Yeah, you ruined my life, God. As soon as it come out, I fell in love with it. I went to the local mall at was it Spencer's? They had a vote for Pedro beanie, and I was like, bro, take my $20. Here it is, right here. So
yeah,
I wear the shit out that.
Dude, at
same
Spencer's
thing.
Gifts, my wife and I got matching ugly Christmas sweaters, and it's Step Brothers.
I love it, dude. I love it. You know who? Yeah. One of my favorite TV movie duos is Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they are my fucking absolute favorites. As a matter of fact, I got a beanie hat, Snoogans, dude. I wear it all the time, dude. I fucking love. People are like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "You never heard of Jay and Silent Bob?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Well, you've been living under a fuck." Speaking of Dogma, they just released Dogma in 4K.
Really?
Again, yeah, because I love that movie, dude. Was it Brett Weinstein? Bought the rights to it, so he kept it released, and then Kevin sued him, finally got the rights back, so now they re-released it to the public after 20 years or whatever. Yeah, so I can't wait to watch that shit again. Dude, Dogma was my shit, dude.
Yeah,
for sure. I love that shit. I'm not what do you call it? I'll talk about religion or politics a whole lot, but I'm not a big religious man. I'm a how do I want to say this? I don't know. There's probably something out there. I don't know what it is, but I don't think
More
it
like a
is.
spiritual type.
Yeah, I don't think it is what,
Yeah.
whatever. But
I'm telling you, we cannot be the only smart, intelligent people in this entire vast universe.
nah, bro. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I was listening to I listened to Danny Jones podcast.
Uh-huh.
He's got a good podcast, man. He's like Joe Rogan, so he gets all these, people on talk about, how the pyramids were built and all this shit. And let's see, he had one on here that he just released that I want to listen to. Something about how the pyramids were actually built.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like a new breakaway species in Indonesia or some shit I was hearing about, and blah blah blah. Like I like shit like that. I'm big into Greek mythology, the Egyptian mythology, and I've always kept an open mind on
Dude,
everything.
you need to go. Do you have History Channel?
Mm-hmm.
You need to watch The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Dude, bro, I'm like, what episode I am in on that?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Dude,
Shit's crazy, ain't it?
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's nuts, man. Like I'm into shit like that. People are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, I was the only kid in school, and my parents used to get phone calls, and my mom will tell you, dude, and my dad, same thing. Like I'd be the only kid in school, and they were like, Big Bang Theory. I'm gonna use that. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory," and I was like, "But that's a theory, and theory is not a fact, so prove
Yeah.
it." Right? They're like, "Oh,
Exactly.
And then with evolution, like we evolved from monkeys. I was the only kid said, "Well, if we evolved from monkeys, why there's still monkeys?" Right? Like I was asking unorthodox questions because I just thought different than everybody else, which kind of kept me in trouble in certain ways, right? Because I went against the grain and not with the grain, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I've always been very curious of the who's, the who, the what's, the whys, the hows, the
Yep.
like
we are living in the Matrix.
I'm not opposed to it, right? It's just like I hear some of my friends. I got one buddy in particular. He's this flat earther, bro. He's like, the earth is flat. And I'm like, bro, dude, you look up the sun's circle, the moon's circle, all the fucking stars are circle. How the fuck are we flat, right? And I said, matter of fact, I said, my dad was a fighter pilot in the Navy. He gets off the aircraft carrier, and he's United Airlines retire after 40 years. Let's call him. Let me put him on speakerphone. And let's ask. So I said, hey, Dad, I got a question. I got a buddy here. He believes the earth is flat. I know it's random, but in your personal opinion, you've been doing this shit your whole life. Is the earth fucking flat? He's like, we don't use nothing flat to fly on the earth. Everything's based on curvature when we go from point A to point B, right?
Yep.
There's nothing flat about it, right? I said, well, on that point, like, you know me, Dad, I've always been this conspiracy guy, and I always believed that, there's something else out there, and there's aliens out there. Have you ever seen anything unusual out there in the sky? He's like, no, I can honestly say that I've never seen anything pertaining to aliens or anything unexpected, but I've had a lot of people that have seen that. Unfortunately, I haven't. But possibly is there? Of course. You think we're the only ones, like you just said, on this?
I think
No.
I think too that since we wanted to see it, they're not going to show us. It's the skeptics that they're like, yeah, we need to let's just show them. But because we are in it to win it, they're like, I don't think we're going to show these guys.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you listen. I don't disagree with you. I agree with you. I think that, man, fuck, dude. Sometimes, dude, Jeff, honestly, dude, I'm okay saying I really don't fucking know, but I know it's not this. Right? I'll keep it to you like that. Like, to sum it up easy for everybody, right? So I know it's not that, but it is possibly maybe this. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Uh, yeah, man. You know, I was never really big into like space and exploration, even though I'm big Star Wars and shit. Like, but I guess as I grow younger in age, as we do, me and you, Jeff, I often wonder. I'm like, dude, you know, like why not? Why couldn't we? And what is out there? And you know, all the kind of questions that as you get older. But dude, I feel like honestly, you know, we see. I asked a question on my podcast to my friends that first come on. You know, the personal questions like, if you could travel back to any era time, what travel? You know, where would you go? And they're like, oh, you know, the '80s, the '90s, or this or that. And I'm like, dude, I'd want to go to like how the pyramids were actually built. And,
Yeah.
you know, the Anunnaki that we hear about that were
I want to know about Stonehenge.
and Stonehenge and like all this shit that nobody knows about. That's where I want to go back and see and find out. I've always been really interested in that and all the hieroglyphics and the Egyptians and the Greeks and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of shit to that. And I'm not saying it's all true, but I'm okay saying I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
But I know that's not true, right? Yeah, I mean, it's I love talking about, you know, all these subjects because it's how we grow and it's how we learn and it's how everybody's different. We have our own unique opinions and ideas and,
Yep.
and this and that, right? Which makes us unique individual, but it's also how we love each other and how we come together and how we come to be to where we are, right? Dude, I'm just as interested as you are, man. Like, I always heard what's on the backside of the moon. There's this and that, bitch. Let's fucking go. Like,
Right.
like, listen, this is another thing. I have a couple of my friends on the podcast is like, and I've had said this very much, except for a couple of my guests, my friends. I don't believe we've been to the moon. And they're like, what are you fucking retarded? And I'm like, okay, let me just start off by saying this. We went to the moon in 1969 with technology of this big circular thing that we made it to the moon, but then we got the SR-71 Blackbird that can't even make it to the moon. That's like so aerodynamic, right? And does all this shit, but they can't even make it to the moon. But we ain't been to the moon since 1968 or 69. Like, how much sense does that actually make? None. And the little rover thing we got up there and we drove around, how the fuck did we get that up there? Were they floating in a backpack?
How in the world back in the 60s were they able to transmit radio signals back and forth, but you can't even keep your FM radio on when you go through a tunnel? I'm just saying.
Just saying. Just like I'm dude, listen, I'm with you. I don't believe we went to the moon. Yeah, I kind of believe that that's been an actual fucking hoax, right? Like, and then that goes along with the whole fermentation. Another of my boss said, well, if you don't believe in the moon, you believe that there's just water fermentation? I said, no, you dumbass, because that's what the flat earthers think, right? Like, if we got a guy, Elon Musk, that I don't believe is a real human. He's a fucking alien of some type. I don't know what the fuck he is, but he's definitely not human. We have one human being that's got more satellites than NASA has ever in space.
Right.
Has his own fucking internet that you can subscribe and buy to that follows you around in fucking space.
Yeah.
We can't fucking make it to the moon.
Yeah.
But we made it in 1969 to the moon. Think about that for a minute. That's just me talking. I don't fucking know. Jeff don't fucking know. So if anybody knows, tell us, right? Like, just saying.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Even Elon said not too long ago, it was on Joe Rogan or another podcast I was listening to. He was like, dude, like our technology, we can't even make it past the radiation belt, just making it to the fucking moon. And like, the technology we have, we might be able to make it, but we wouldn't be able to make it fucking back. So I'm like, how the fuck did we make it back in 1969? And there. But we can't go today. Like, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, Jeff? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, dude?
Exactly.
Maybe we did. I don't fucking know.
Oh
hilarious.
man, those are some facts right there.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just shit I think about. But I had a buddy of mine here, and she's like, "Yeah, we went to the moon." I'm like, "We ain't going to the moon, but it's cool. It's okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good on this subject, right? Like,
And then where do they stick the spacesuits in that small little capsule?
bro, in the flag, and when the space shuttle comes down, there's nothing moving. It's like, bitch, there's no gravity. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, okay, yeah, I just, you know, I don't know. I guess at a young age when I was in school and they started telling us all this shit, I'm like, this ain't real. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, no. And then one buddy of mine tried to tell me, he's like, did you know dinosaurs never existed? All the bones are made up. And I was like, listen, I like to smoke weed, but whatever it is you're smoking, bro, you gotta stop that shit, dude. 'Cause you're fucking like,
That's the first time I ever heard that one.
yeah. I'm like,
Man, that
dude,
shit's funny.
like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, the dinosaur bones are made up. Like, who the fuck's got the time to sit around and say, "Oh, I'm gonna create fake bones and put them up"? Okay, our day and age, right? Like,
Yep.
yeah. He's like, "Well, how do you think the dinosaurs got extinct?" I was like, "I'm gonna take a wild guess on this one. Are you ready for this?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "I don't fucking know because I wasn't there." Plain and simple. Don't fucking know, right? And he was talking about
response.
what's that shit they seen on the satellite that's made of all this iron? It's the biggest thing. It might be this alien ship and this and that. And he's like, "What do you think about that?" I was like, "I never dated an alien girl before. It'd be kind of cool. Date an alien girl, going on an alien date, smoke some alien weed." I'm just saying, I don't know, right? Eat some alien shrooms.
That's right.
Why not have an open mind? I don't know. Cool. I'm with it. Let's go, right? What kind of alien motorcycles you got? What kind of alien races you got? I'll tell you who we got, right? Like, I
And
love
then next thing you know, Men in Black are going to show up and zap our minds.
bro, I'm with it, dude. I love all that shit. I talk about it. My wife will tell you straight up, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist guy you ever talk to, because anybody talks to me about something, my wife's like, "Oh my god, here we go. Please don't." And I'm like, "Yeah, blah blah blah, 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 yeah." I love it though. But this is how we grow. This is how we kind of, figure this shit out. And
Yeah.
fuck, dude. Again, Jeff, I'm okay with saying that I don't fucking know. Where I feel like a lot of people, they're not okay with saying they don't know. That
Nope.
they feel like they gotta have a certain, I don't want to say belief, but standard, I guess is what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Indoctrination.
Yep.
It's like you wasn't born knowing Santa Claus was real. Your parents introduced you to the Tooth Fairy.
Hey, little Johnny, this is the Tooth Fairy. Shake his hand.
Right? That's all I'm saying. Take it how you want it. But yeah, yeah. Definitely different thinking than most people for sure. But I love the challenge. I love to get everybody's opinion. Again, that's what makes us unique and individual. And it's something, Jeff, that I've really been teaching my son a lot. Like, he just turned 13. He's in that, young, I hate to say it, adulthood, man. Fuck, what am I talking about? My boy. Well, he's trying to figure the shit out, and he's super gullible, and he listens to this and listen to that. I'm like, dude, just my best advice to you, Rossi, is take everything with a grain of salt and always ask questions. And don't just
That's right.
believe every fucking thing you see on the news, or just because your fucking friend that's the same age as you heard this, so he fucking knows what's happening, god damn it, halfway around the world. He don't fucking have a clue, bro. Like,
Nope.
you don't have a fucking clue. So just keep an open mind, always ask questions. And that, with me saying all this, in order to truly be somebody's friend, and I say this all the time, is you got to love them for their positives and their faults. And
Yep.
he said, what do you mean by that? I said, well, not everybody's the same. I think different than you think different, then she thinks different than he thinks different. I said, but to accept somebody truly wholeheartedly means that you love them no matter what decisions they make, whether it's good or bad, you agree with or you don't. You got to accept them for everything that they do, positive or negative, because
Right.
we're all the same, right? So as long as you go into all relationships thinking like that and keep an open heart and open mind, you're going to be okay. Just don't be that judgmental, you pissed me off one time, I cut you off, and this
Oh,
and
yeah.
that. Stay true to yourself. Beat to your own drum as always, like I do. Who cares what people think about you? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, back in my day, if you wore pink out somewhere, people thought you were a faggot. You was gay and this and that. And they make fun of you and steal your lunch
Yep.
money and do this, right? Do I give a shit about that? No. I wear pink shoes and a bright pink shirt and pink shoelaces
That's right.
and all this shit wherever I go. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? Like, you either gonna accept me for who I am and love me for who I am, or you're not. That's fine. That's how you need to be with everybody you approach with in life, but you got to give them the opportunity and the chance.
Yep. 100%.
To prove themselves. Even if they don't, they make a mistake and they know it and they come back to you, give them that extra opportunity. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to separate you from everybody else. People gravitate to people that beat to their own drum and don't give a shit what people think about them.
That's right.
Because you're the problem, because you don't agree with what the mass media agrees to, right? But at the end of the day, they want to be just like you.
Yep.
They want to think just like you. They want to have that free spirit and free mind and just like you. You're not the loser. You're the fucking winner. You're the example you need to set if you stay true to yourself and beat to your own drum.
That's right.
So
100%.
And it's hard to do, man. It really is, especially, you know, nowadays with all this other shit going on. But yeah, man.
Yep.
Fucking right, son. Dude, this has been, dude, we're 2 hours and 37
I
minutes.
know. It's crazy.
Goes by quick, don't it, Jeff?
Yeah, it does.
Man.
Yes, it does.
Thanksgiving special. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving already.
I know. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
I can't believe that it feels like yesterday I just started my master's program and I'm graduating in December.
You know, I'm super proud of you, man, because I know you've been busting your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Doing what you got to do. It's not easy doing what you do. You know, when you sat down on your podcast, going, traveling to all the races, and, you know, I know you make some money doing it, but at the end of the day, it's still the love and the passion for our two-wheel sport.
Oh, for sure.
You were somebody that didn't know a whole lot about it, come into it, fell deeply in love with it, but you use that to your advantage too. And what you're doing is super unique. And that's what I love, man, is you using this for your thesis to also open up the world in a wider audience to our two-wheel racing. But you're doing it. And this is what I love about photographers and videographers, because you do it in a different perspective, in a different way than your normal fans show up at the races or go to America Live App Plus or blah, blah, blah and watch it, right? It's that unique journey and different visualization that you create that shows the real emotions, the real rawness, the downsides, the positives of behind the scenes that will bring more people and more audience into our sport, right? Whether you personally, Jeff, stay in two wheels, you might gravitate to, you might be in F1 one day. Who knows? Whatever
Yeah.
I told you this, your dreams, the visualize, Netflix, HBO, bro. I'm a huge fan. Hope you make it 10 times over. Just don't forget about me on the way.
Oh, I won't. I'll have to get one of your sweatshirts or something so I can wear it.
I got you, bro. Trust me. I got some shirts coming in. So your unique perspective plays a unique role, but also a huge role in our sport. Again, that a lot of people don't see or appreciate of what it takes for you to do what
Media
you
Corps,
do.
man. We're just as big a part of the marketing than the marketers.
Honestly, I think in this day and age, you're bigger part than just the marketers, because it's you guys on a daily. Yeah, Moto America does X, Y, and Z post every day, but it's when they do it, I don't want to say this, it's the same routine post.
Yeah.
When somebody like you comes in and you work with Max, it's the journey of the whole season. It is race by race. It is a unique perspective of the journey of every race weekend, meaning that you show up, Max don't know what weekend's going to have. He has a goal. You don't know what weekend Max going to have, but again, you know, Max has this goal, but you also have your particular goal of the corners, the time of day, the certain, you know, areas you want to be at to get certain shots and videos and coordinate with Max and do all this. So your perspective is different, but the same as Max's, but it comes a whole again with that whole puzzle piece, brings that pieces to make that unique video, which is the complete picture of that race weekend with Max, right? And the work that goes in behind it is truly amazing. But again, you know, the videos you shoot, your angles, your perspective, the way you edit it with the time of the day and the shadows, dude, it's just it's truly unique. You know, it's just like Brian J, you know, the famous photographer. He's unique, and he made it to where he is because he has this unique ability, which is very special, to take these images at certain periods of the race weekend at certain times of the day, but they're unique because they tell an individual story, right? But that's why he made it to where he is, and that's why you made it to where you are. I feel like there's a lot of photographers, but they all bring their own unique perspective. It's just like riders on the grid in America, right? Or anywhere in the world. They bring their own unique individuality, their own I don't want to say atmosphere, but energy, style, the way they do interviews, the way they answer questions, which people gravitate to X, Y, and Z. But it seems like to me, not just because we're friends, but the videos you put out, it's almost like you have this certain calling. Like my friend Nicole, she's new to the game. She's been doing it for, I think, 2 years now. Has this unique ability that when you go out, it's almost every time you go out, it is every time, I take that back. Every time you go out, there's these certain images, whether it's 2 images out of a Friday or 5 minutes of this video you did of this Friday, that when you watch it, you're like, it sums up that whole week, that whole day perfectly.
Yeah.
But if you was there on that Friday, I'm gonna use a Friday. If you was there on that Friday and you was at turn 3 and you might have went to turn 1 and maybe turn 5, but then you see your video that day, they relive that day all over again. They feel the energy, but more. But it's at such a unique perspective, even though they might have been at turn 3 and you did a video shot, whether you took 10 minutes of video at turn 3, but you narrowed it down to that 30-second, but that 30-second a turn 3 shot, brought him back to that particular time and moment.
Yep.
And it's so rare and unique to see that on a day in, a week in, week out perspective. And as we talked about on your podcast, your unique ability to you as doing what you do is a particular job because you got to know the rider and the team, but then you got to learn the track, the layout, what corners are what, the names of the corners, the numbers of the turns, the day and time, the sunset, the way the shadows come, like there's the lenses you need to use, the frame rates. It's like, I'd look at that shit. It's like telemetry on fucking MotoGP bike. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. What the fuck is this, right? But
this is not the job that you're looking for.
This is not the way. Absolutely not the way, right? Not for me anyway. For him, it is. Me, no, absolutely not. But I feel like that's what separates, each individual person in the profession of what they do is it's like me. I want to be uncommon amongst uncommon podcasters. You are uncommon amongst uncommon videographers, right?
Yeah.
We hear Gray Fam, which is a friend of mine, and he's absolutely amazing at what to do. Again, that's another example. He is so unique and uncommon of his approach to the way he videos in his time of day and his frame rates and camera angles and shutter speeds. And am I getting some of this right? Right? Yeah. So, because I listen, right? So, and I pay attention, but there's so much that goes into that. And I see you, Jeff, as just like everybody else, you have this blank canvas. And when you show up, you paint this video and these pictures in this unique, only Jeff's way of doing it, just like Gray Fam's unique way of doing it, and Nicole and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That when people see it and they see the certain picture, like Mike Duran, another buddy of mine, or John Cantor, you're just blown away. You're like, fuck, dude. Like, I feel the energy. I feel the speed. I feel the atmosphere. I feel the time of the day. Like, I'm hungry right now because it feels like it's 6 o'clock and I've been at the track all day and I'm tired and my energy's pumping. And I need that cold beer and blah, blah, blah. Right. That alone is so unique, but it's such a skill set because it's the same skill set, but unique and different in its own way, as the riders got to do, as the mechanics got to do, as the data engineers got to do, as the lollipop guys got to do, because I did the job, this and that. So I don't want to say this, the modern day Picasso of videography, and you're so unique in a way that you tell a story. And the story that I've only known you've told is Max's story, right? Yep. So I don't think it could have been told better by anybody else the way you did it, because, and I told you this, I think you guys' energy, everything happens for a reason. I think it's meant to happen in its own unique reason and rhyme, that it brought y'all two together to tell his story in a particular way that only you could have told it in his particular way, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
So it's a beautiful thing to see. I know it's a lot of hard work, and it's truly amazing. And I love the videos you send me, like, dude, check this shit out. And I'm sitting there at work or whatever, and I'm like, I got a shit anyway. I'm going here and watch this video. I'm taking a shit. Right? And next thing I know, I look at the clock, I'm like, dude, I'm 18 minutes in here on the shitter. My legs are asleep. Like, I got to go back to work, right? I'm so intertwined and infused in this. I'm like, bro. So I sent it to my buddy at work. I'm like, dude, when your lunch break, watch this, right? It's that. But what I'm getting at, I know I'm running my mouth, is that it's that unique ability that not everybody has. You know, it's easy for somebody to say, I want to pick up a camera, go out here, start videoing, or I want to get Instas 360 X5 or 20 or whatever the fuck it is out now and do all this. Yeah, it's easy to get that concept, to do it. But to actually put it together, to make it look good, to edit it, to do all this other shit, it's an art form like painting.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks easy. You watch a YouTube video of it,
Right.
doing it. It's not gonna come out the same, right? It takes a
But
certain,
you see me at the track. I'm like, I'll try to catch up with you later.
bro. I get it, dude. Yeah, and that's why we see each other. That's why
Yeah.
when I always see you, I'm like, hey, I know it's not gonna be long, but I value this. Let's give each other a hug. Let's
Yeah,
do
right.
this, and then you're your way, I'm my way, and then we cross paths again, right? But it's a lot to do what you do, especially run around Road America, Road Atlanta, Texas, all these big ass fucking tracks with 20 pounds don't sound a lot. Oh, it's a fucking lot. You carrying that son of a bitch all day.
Right.
110%, right? So,
And then if it's raining or it's like extremely hot, ugh.
but to me, it's like, more than just the camera and the lens, the adaptation to the time zone. What I mean by time zone is like you're in tune to the sun setting and the sun rising and the way the shadows form in the earth at certain times and where I want to be. And I can look between this fence and this particular gap and get this fucking proper mega shot, kind of slow the shutter speed down to where the background is blurry, but he's super clear in this particular, like I want to get this certain picture of this background blurry, but him in the focus or her in this focus, but that's this particular angle and this shadow cast in a certain way. Well, realistically, it's easy to say, but you literally have 3 seconds of that particular time, that particular day to achieve that one video, that 1 minute, that 1 seconds, that one shot. Right?
Yep. Hey, so another photographer you should follow. Her name's Sarah. Her Instagram is Obsidian Motorsports. She did all the photography for Strack. It is off the hook. I love her stuff.
Obsidian Motorsports. I'm writing it down.
Yep.
Yeah,
she does a little bit more of the artistically side of it, but it's wonderful.
It's everybody. It's just like painters, man. Everybody brings their own unique style and contrast and blah 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 to the game. Same thing with videographers and photographers. And again, that's what makes it so unique.
Yep.
And stand out. And I feel like the ones that stand out above the rest of them, I feel like sometimes it happens naturally, but it happens at such a quick rate. There's a lot to learn. And then it might take a little while to get back to that success to where other people come in and they love the sport. They've got to work out a little bit harder. And once they figure it out, they blow up, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And then there's other ones that come in that know a little bit about the sport, that kind of know what they want to do, but it just kind of falls into place, just like certain racers and motorcycle histories and championships, right? It's the same thing. But it's the style that each individual person brings that makes people gravitate to certain people.
Yep, for sure.
What I love about yours, man, more than anything, is the raw energy. Your raw energy you bring in your particular style of not only shooting the video, but editing it too. Even though a lot of the races I'm there at that same race weekend and I see it, and of course I don't see you videoing it a lot of times. Some of the times I do, and sometimes I'm honored to be in it, but I see the hard work and the dedication you put into it, and then to see the end result come out of it, I just sit back and I'm like, dude, this is fucking amazing. Because I personally know he's probably got at least 80 hours into this, and it's only a 30-minute video or a 10-minute video or whatever it is. It's like, But also, with saying that, not only is your job to go out there and work with Max and get all these shots and cameras, it's also, again, what the fans don't see behind the scenes of when you
Yeah.
come home, it's at nighttime, lights off, in front of the computer, doing this, the mouse and the editing and doing this and editing this and putting this together and the music, and you might have 100 hours in a 10-minute video.
Yeah. Well, if I can get my idea picked up as an actual reality show, we'd have definitely way more than 10 episodes, because I would go like and follow him like in the off time, because there's still a story going on
Oh,
that no one knows about.
Yeah, 110%. And that's, I think, honestly, dude, that's what's something that's missing on the sport is that actual. What was it, Jersey Shore that was so popular where they followed him 24 hours a day and did this and why haven't we done something like that in our sport right now?
Right. The big thing is to take whoever it is that's a professional athlete, singer, actor, whatever, and you want to humanize them so people can relate to them. If you don't humanize them, nobody's going to be able to relate to them, and they're not going to care about their story.
No, they're not. And that's probably the hardest part is to make that human connection, and get people to relate to something that they've never been exposed to before. And suck them in and bring them in and keep them in, right? And much less get their kids involved. That's
right.
Unless you grew up and your dad was into motorcycles or baseball or basketball or whatever the case may be. So 110%, my friend. Dude, we're 3 hours into this podcast, bro.
I know, right?
Dude. Oh my God. Good shit. Dude, I've had a lot of fun on this, man. What do you think, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. For sure. We should at least do it at a minimum once a month.
Let's do it. We could definitely make that happen. 110%.
And have other people just jump in and jump out.
Yeah, we need to start having special guests just pop in and pop out, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and they're in and out. Yeah, man. Just ask them silly questions like, are you a flat earther? Do you believe we went to the moon? Asking the real hardcore questions. I love it, man. Let's do it.
Right.
Well, yeah, man. Well, listen, it's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna get off here, man. It's late. Yeah, it's almost midnight, man. It's 11:30.
I have another bowl of smoke before I go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here in a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go out here and do this. Make sure my son, well, he's in there on the Xbox. I already know what he's doing. My wife.
Oh, he's probably gonna just let him stay up, man.
I'm gonna let him stay. That's what I told my wife last night because he had school today. She's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I was like, "Dude, listen. He's 13. Let him be a kid. If he wants to stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who cares? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let him.
As long as it's not on a school night.
Let him be a kid." So, well, yeah, man. I appreciate it, Jeff. It's been a lot of fun. It'll be released. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. Cause I'm freaking tired, dude.
Me too.
5 o'clock.
So, well, you have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
You too, my man. I will definitely text you tomorrow, even though it's almost Thanksgiving now. But I'll shoot.
I know, right?
Tomorrow, man, for sure. But yeah, we'll definitely sit down and do this again. Let's do it in December. Do it in December. We'll get down, do another shit talking session, and
that'll work.
The Mayans and Egyptians and all that bullshit in between, man. I'm with it, dude, for sure. So, all right, Jeff, be good. Appreciate everybody tuning in, listening. This episode will be out here, tomorrow. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. You guys be good. Jeff, is there anything we'll say for ending this?
Nope, I'm good. Happy Thanksgiving.
Stay high, my friends. You like that?
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.